What's going on, everybody? It's me, Sloppy. Yeah, it's been a good week and a half. Been chilling. Like I said in my last stream, I wanted to take some time off, relax, and see how it unfolds. The situation, but I guess came in real quick, just to say what's up real quick. Open chat. Let me hold on. Let me put the uh, the link real quick. All right. Let me see if it goes on. All right. So I'll put that there. Uh, it's gonna be a open chat. Let it out if you're holding some anger towards some situations going on. But first things first. So as you guys, whoever watches this knows, in the near future, I'm hoping next week, after I guess the 3rd of August. I don't know why in my last video I said July 3rd. Dumb mistake. So after August 3rd, I guess after Mr. Calavera gets his paycheck, he's gonna, I don't know what he's gonna do, that he needs to upload something, and we're gonna have a chat online regarding the whole Junko pictures, Kyle Hawkins, his surroundings, how they are, and condoning certain situations and not condoning situations. So most likely I'm going to ask a good amount of questions, but I'm also going to ask whoever watches this and has a question for Leon to write it down on my comments, or write it on, if you watch it today right now live, you could write the question on the live chat so I could ask him that pertaining the Junko stuff. If it's something that's not pertaining, sort of kind of the whole scenario that we're trying to, I guess, find out what his mindset was during that time, then I won't really ask it. But if it's pertaining to his allegations about, his hypocrisy, his friends Kyle, his Junko meeting, things like that. If it's something pertaining to that and you have a valid question, I because I'm gonna write a lot of questions before I talk to Leon on after the 3rd, I guess, and I don't want to miss any question. You know what I mean? Because after I talk to Leon, I'm pretty sure we're gonna just let the people decide what they want to think about him. Because like I said, he's gonna have people that are still gonna support him regardless of what he says. But there's a lot of people that are in the middle on the fence, right? There's people that are like, well, I know him, but I want to wait till I get to know what he said or what his reasoning is. There's a lot of people. What's up, Chayton? What's going on, Maine? Um, So I want to, but people, I know people have questions, and I don't want to forget those questions either, because when you're having a chat with someone, you might forget a question or two, and then after the stream's over, you're like, oh shit, I forgot to ask them this question. So I'm giving the opportunity for anybody that wants to. I'm not really, forcing anybody. Yeah, for sure, Tatum. That's why there's a lot of people on the fence that are still waiting for Leon to kind of have a rebuttal or have an explanation on certain questions that people are very conflicted or upset. and that's why I want to give those people that are neutral or on the fence to kind of ask a question that they're kind of like, should I ask it? Things like that. So I want to make sure that all the questions are asked. God, asked. So I want to make sure that all the questions are asked in that stream, because after that stream, there's nothing else we could do. Right? We showed the evidence on previous streams. We showed videos of certain acts that this individual did. We showed as much as possibly possible, I guess. So the person that wants to be his friend, doesn't want to be his friend, they can make their own decision based on the information given, because we can't force anybody to decide if they want to be friends or not, but we could give them the information for them to be a grown adult and decide if that type of person is what they want to be around with. Which, from what I know and from what I see, because like I said, I might have been gone off, not streaming for the past, I think, like 9, 10 days or 11 days, but I still, I wander around the internet, like everybody else. I wander and just look at people's comments, look at people how they talk or how they react to stuff or how they are in different communities, and make sure that they're not being dumb. But yeah, I'm sure other people might watch this later, so I want to give them the opportunity to write down the question. I'll write it down on my Microsoft Word, where I'm going to have most of the questions ready to ask. And then, if whoever's in the chat during that time when we're doing the conversation, I don't want to call it an interview because it's not really an interview. I guess a conversation with alleged Pred sympathizer, alleged mass shooter sympathizer. A lot of alleged, I had to say alleged because then people could say I'm slandering or I'm giving false information, and alleged is the best way to say it. So, but yeah, um, I'm hoping people, I guess, want to ask. I know there's a couple of people that want to ask some questions, but not too sure if they will. But I'm gonna try to write down as many questions myself, because I have a lot of questions myself to ask this individual. But uh, I'm sure there's other people that known him a little bit longer that might want to ask him other questions regarding certain things. And if I have him on my stream, I don't think he will deny any of the questions we ask. But then again, from what I've seen, he has a tendency of blowing up, yelling and stuff. And I'm like, don't yell, man, don't yell, please. But that's regarding that. There's not much. Let me see. Yeah, there's not much I could not ask. I'm gonna ask him as many questions as possible. I don't know how long he's gonna want to stream, and also, I gotta talk to him to see if he's gonna allow other people to join the stream. That's the main one, because if that's the case, then I'll most likely be able to add people that want to ask him questions and in regards of the stuff, because there's some people that he has been insulting and having issues with, and I'm like, all right, well, if he's gonna be online and he's gonna be able to talk, he's been talking a lot of mess to some certain people. I'm sure those people want to confront him, but because I give the opportunity to the person that comes into the chat or the stream if they want to allow other people in. And that's something that I guess me and Leon are going to have to have a chat about, because I don't like forcing someone to allow someone else to come in the chat unless the guy wants them to come in. And to me, if I'm talking shit about people and I don't allow them to join the stream, For me, that's a little a coward move. But then again, I don't know how Leon is when it comes to being confronted by certain people. He from the videos and the comments that I see, he seems like he likes to talk his mess. But then there's been a couple of times that he doesn't say anything when people are confronting him, face not face to face, but like I guess stream to stream or like when they're on with each other in the stream. So I'm hoping that he says yes to allowing people after we conversate in and let each other have a conversation. And if it gets too wild, then of course I will have to, depending on what the severity of the argument is. If he's threatening to you know I get unalive someone, then I will have to take them off because we can't have that. But besides that, yeah, that's the main thing in the beginning. I just want to, because a lot of people don't have a lot. Like, what happens if this is an hour and 50 minutes long? I don't want to say all these things in the end of the stream because, yeah, not a lot of people will watch an hour 50 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes it's me saying, hey, if you have questions, uh, ask them. But so I'm doing all this in the beginning. So, like I said before, if you have questions you want to ask Mr. Calavera regarding the Junko stuff, feel free to put in the comments after the stream, or if you watch this and you want to write it on the live chat, you could do that as well. But yeah, besides that, yeah, I've been watching a lot of you guys lately, and it's been, people saying sorry, there's other people cutting ties, and then going back to being friends. I'm talking about you, Mr. Delivers. Brian Delivers. Come on, man. I saw you, in Leon's stream saying sorry, telling him, oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Papi. How I I'm not I don't talk shit, but I saw that and I'm like, dude, it was just yesterday. It was just yesterday that you made a video cutting ties with them, and then the next day you're back to saying sorry, which I guess I don't know. I didn't want to believe it that flip flop and shit. It was like, just stick to one thing, man. Stick to your balls and say, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Not because everybody else is kind of like, you know, normal with them. Doesn't mean you have to, but then again, I don't know. My one critique regarding this whole situation is how he's handling the situation outside of the obvious situations. That's my main issue. So I'm hoping he's ready to explain. Yeah, me too. Uh, if this could have been avoided a long time ago, like nipped it in the bud on the first stream, but he doubled down. He started, insulting people and started doing all these things that got other people upset. We're like, okay, you're getting confronted by something, and your means to responding is by insulting people and not taking accountability. Come on, man. All we want in life is people to, be accountable, right? We want people, if you messed up, you say, hey, I fucked up. That's it. And you will get more people to be like, all right, yeah, we're all human. We all fuck up. But when you start blaming other people for what's going on, kind of no bueno. You know what I mean? That's why, from what I saw, he lost a lot of people, which I understand. People don't want to be associated with certain type of people online, and he doubled down. And when you double down, sometimes it's beneficial, but a lot of times it's not when it comes to these type of things. Um, you're not gonna win when when it comes to this. And I've seen, like I post videos, like I posted that video, what was it, a week ago, about the friends, about the hypocrisy of your friends, the people that watch you, that keep calling other people bandwagoners, calling, oh, these guys are bandwagoners, they follow the crowd. But then I look at every stream that you make talking crap about someone, and they're right there. Yeah, that guy's a bad person. Yeah, like, okay, uh, I'm not talking about you, Leon. I'm talking about, I wasn't able to talk about the friends too much on my last video because it was just a quick one. It was a quick little video. Well, for me, it was quick. But your friends keep calling other people bandwagoners. But then I watch a lot of your streams just to make sure that I'm not incorrect. Because, I watch stuff to, to prove it, to prove myself that I'm going to say something that is correct. I don't want to say, things that people be like, where is it? Show me the proof, this and that. I rather have the proof than just blast out random things. So I seen the one where you're talking crap about Robert Hernandez, Umbrella, and a lot of the people that are friends with him now were in the live chat saying, yeah, F that guy, he's annoying and this and that, and I've never want to be his friend. He's always starting drama. He's always this. And then I look at his Umbrella's videos, and they're there right there in his streams. They're in his streams, freaking doing being in there. Like, oh, I thought he was annoying. I thought he was always looking for drama. But then you're in the streams, not in the live chat. I mean, in the streams doing your thing. Like I said, very hypocritical of your friend, and that's why I say, no matter what we show, what we showed all the evidence of everything. I'll add you right now, Eldorado. Hold on, give me like 2 minutes. We showed you three streams, almost 8 hours of evidence. Well, us talking as well, but us trying to let you know what type of person this individual is, and you're still gonna be like, oh, that's witch hunting, that's lies, this that. Like, we showed you all the things. But anyways, let me add you in real quick.
Hey, how's it going, Sloppy?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Well, about the whole situation, he's now still obsessed over me and Jay Margarera due to the fact that we've called him out in the past, the past videos and stuff like that. I've just, recently stopped talking about this guy and was about to move on. I was because I already had issues going on between me and another person, Mr. Delivered You the Goods,
Oh, okay.
I've taken accountability because, due to an incident, earlier, I tried, because my main channel got a community guideline strike. So I made a video on my second channel taking it and owning up to what I did was wrong,
Right.
And funny enough, Leon in that comment section, what this guy did, he was trying to stir the pot between me and Brian Delivers You the Goods. That's what he's doing.
Who is stirring the pot?
Leon.
Oh.
Yeah,
well.
he's still upset at the fact that I called him out recently, even though I was just going to get ready to stop talking to him because I got other issues regarding someone else. I just try to own up to what I did, which was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. It was on the second channel of Eldorado, but I'm gonna link you the video.
For sure.
Yeah, taking accountability. Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on, Peyton?
Not much. Just doing some laundry right now and all that. Mainly came on here because some of the things I was going to be typing was kind of things that were kind of a little too much typing, all that.
Right.
But regarding what you said earlier about the people that follow him blindly, it was funny because I every it seems like every community has that type of what you would call it, bandwagoners, or people that would just die on a hill for said person. Hell, I'll even admit I know there are people in my like community that are like that too. They will basically go up and down the hill, and I'm like, why are you doing this? I'm a nobody on here. It's not
Right.
like I'm some like, and even so, it's like both. Basically, I've always said this. A lot of us on here are nobodies in the grand scheme of things. We're not these larger than life personas, but I guess I maybe the other idea of it is that they want somebody lower in the totem pole on here because it's more relatable than, let's say, Logan Paul or fucking whoever else, and all that. But also, I also go by the idea that a lot of us should be grateful that we're low on the totem pole, because if we were as big as a Logan Paul or Mr. Beast or whoever the fuck the big ones are nowadays,
Mhm.
it would like you think that this is bad, like even when the bullshit happened with me a couple of years ago, uh like I could still go out and live my day-to-day life without any bullshit with just online shit, right? But
Right.
like if this was like whoever, you couldn't go outside without people wanting to ask you questions or haze or harass or whatever, whether you're in the right or wrong of the situation regarding it. But like a lot of these people, I feel sorry for them, because, and that goes for everybody that is like that in any community or whatever, because it's like you you will die on a hill for somebody that you have never met and probably will never meet. It's not somebody like your neighbor or like your coworker or whatnot, or close friend. It's someone you'll never meet. It's one of the things
Right.
that sometimes I think a lot of people take this shit way too serious. I'm not talking about like you, or for example, because I would say some of us are pretty calm, cool, and collective of the situation regarding it. We're not yelling and screaming and just starting World War III.
Right.
Now, and I've told you this publicly and privately. I've like regarding the whole Leon situation. And I said this earlier. My biggest critique has been him handling how he's handled the situation. Hell, I handled like my own situation like his. So it's like a parallel thing where I see that, and it's like mistakes I learned from, and other people are repeating those mistakes and didn't learn from, let's say, my situation or other people's situations in the past. Um, what do we do when we make mistakes? The correct way of handling that is to learn from them. Even look at mistakes of other people and look at how they recovered, learn from what they maybe should have done better, and act upon it. And so that was the one thing that I was disappointed with Leon regarding. And I've even said my what disturbs me more, honestly, than even who, I'm still not going to say his name, but you all know who I'm talking. The picture with that person.
Yeah.
What disturbs me more, to be quite honest, and even that was the situation with the Kyle Hawkins guy.
Oh yeah.
And like that is something that I kind of, because I've said this to people, because the mother asks for it, like the photo,
Mhm.
or asks to take a picture or whatnot. I don't, I like, me personally, I'm sure a lot of other people out there, I don't like, even if the mother asks for a picture, I'm still not going to do it. And it's just not, it's out of either, it's not like, oh, I should do it out of respect. No, you don't have to do it. If you,
Right.
if you truly believe, and you go by this statement that this person is a predator, it shouldn't matter if it's a mother, father, priest, what have you. If that person is that, you shouldn't take a picture with that person regardless. So even the mother claim, that's something I've always kind of felt a little off by. And that
Mhm.
would be something I would want to, I guess that would be my only thing. I want that to be elaborate, because most of us, like most of everybody that knows about the situation would not want to fucking do it under any circumstances.
Right.
And it's like when what do you call it? Like, and you've told me this behind the scenes, like I kind of had a feeling of who was talking to that person at that period. And
Mhm.
even some people have decided to stop talking to them because of that situation. Like, and I don't think he'll get mad at me bringing this up, because I brought this to a few people's attention that were kind of trying to still use this as a motive. But Jordan stopped talking to him, and
Mhm.
a few, and even with Jordan, I understand why, from his point of view. Is it something I would have done? No, but again, from his point of view, I kind of understand. Like with your situation, I understand from your point of view why you keep up with him.
Right.
And that's the thing, it's like I've pretty much been firm on my opinion of that individual, to where I've kept my thing regarding that whole situation. And this has been kind of, because I've known Leon since 2020. We've had our ups and downs ourselves, but I myself, I've been honestly pulled at this situation, because while he has not done anything directly towards me negatively, it's the idea of, it's like, do I go back on my word and just allow it? But then I'm like, okay, I even told someone this behind the scenes. I said, I'm going to make my decision after the sloppy interview, because that's really the only thing left to do, because he's tried to explain himself multiple times. And it's like, even listening to that one stream he did, the gaming, it was more so just to attack whoever. And I'm not Firelord's biggest fan. I don't particularly care for him, but I don't know who to believe. If he threatened to call his father, blessing. If he threatened to call, thank you. If he threatened to call his father, like, just because of this, first off, why did you send him the photo if that was the reason? If you were afraid that one day he would do this. Second, it's like, okay, call his father. What? Like, how old is Firelord? Is he fucking 16? What was his father?
Yeah.
What's his father gonna do? I'm just, I don't know Firelord, so I don't know what his living situation is. But it's like, but still, even from Leon's perspective, why would you call your that? It's like, okay, you're taking matters more personally. El Dorado and me have not seen eye to eye a lot, but like, the back and forth between the two of them is just ridiculous, because it's like, okay,
Well, it is. It's, yeah, let me tell you this thing, Chayton. Recently, me and him, where we're going back and forth on the little community post, had our little trolling shit on the community post back and forth. Leon false flagged one of my community posts, and then he tried to deny it, and then I, slapped him in the face with receipts pointing at the fact that he sent his goons on his live stream, towards my channel to see my community posts. So I know for a fact it's him, either him or one of his cronies. So, and then he tried to make an excuse and then try to change the subject about with me and Jordan in the past, saying that I accused Mama Bear and Jordan of doxing you. And you know about the whole Mr. Money AD situation with me and Jordan hashing things out.
It was a while back, but I think I recall that.
Yeah, it was a while back. So he's bringing up things that are a while back that it's already been resolved. That has nothing to do with what's going on with him. And after after the back and forth we had, he flagged my thing for a second time, which gave my thing a community guideline strike. Things were going about my way. Then today, one of my friends, Well, let's just say, it's already exposed. Yeah, I told my friends about Brian delivered you the goods, thing, and no, I'm not gonna, and that was wrong for me to do, and I shouldn't have done it. And I made a video on my second channel owning up to my basically taking accountability for what I've done. What I've done is, I shouldn't have fucking done that. I shouldn't have let people know about Brian delivered you goods personal issue and all that shit. But at the same, I shouldn't have done that. There was no excuse for me to do it. The reason why I did it, I mean, I don't want to say the reason why because I don't want to make an excuse. If you want to know,
go ahead. Go ahead.
If you want to know the reason why, because Brian, a lot of people were going after Brian at the time, and I told them behind the scenes, hey, don't attack him. He can't help it. This certain way, go easy on him and all that. That sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And I shouldn't have told his personal information to my friends in the chat. That I will take full accountability on, and it was my fucking fault for opening my fucking mouth. But hey, it is what it is. I shouldn't have done it. I will take full accountability of it. There's no excuse for what I've done. And yeah, I shouldn't have never fucking said it. But it's funny, when after the whole back and forth with, the thing, Leon decides to stir the pot in Brian delivered you the goods, comment section, trying to. And of course, Brian delivered you the goods, agreeing with Leon, saying, oh, El Dorado was a snake and all that and all. I'm like, you know what? Fine. Fair thing, I would understand why he would call me a snake. What I did was fucked up, and I shouldn't have fucking done that to Brian. I will own up on my fucking end, But yeah, it is fucking ridiculous. And, Leon's now harassing Jay Margerera because Jay Margerera was calling him out for his BS for the couple of days. Then Leon's trying to, personally harass him through
El Dorado, I don't mean to cut you. El Dorado, I don't mean to cut you off, but isn't that the guy who's had beef with Otaku in the past?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've seen. I think I was in one live stream with him one time, and I don't know if it was about Otaku or about somebody else, but I recalled the guy from that and all that, and I don't have an issue with him. I just was like, that's the only thing I can remember him from. That's the sad thing with some of these people. I only remember them not from anything that they did, maybe that was entertaining or whatnot. It's because, and who knows, he could be entertaining. I'm not saying, we could all be entertained just talking shit, but it's like whatever you could do to in a more entertaining aspect of it. It's like fucking Dragon Patriot too. I've heard of him. Don't have a beef with him. But again, he's kind of another one where I just heard his name come up because I think he was attacking, I'll just say his government name, Daniel, back in the day. Which again, no issue with that. It's just like, hell, even Daniel, I met him back in 2020 when he was friends with my friend Lennon at the time, and he was and that was around the time he was going after Otaku. So it's a lot of these guys I met through that situation. Hell, Dragon I met through fucking our like when I had issues with Arthur back in the day. And so, that's like how I met Dragon. And Dragon's not one trick pony. Me and him can fucking talk about whatever, shoot the shit, bust each other's balls or whatever the fuck. My point is though, is that like, some of these people I just, I meet from this, that, or third regarding somebody. And sometimes it's somebody like, hell, I know Adam is not everybody's favorite person in the world, but I met him way back in the day when we were going after some dipshit called Christian Lance way back. It was going back 2020. It was like we all met through bullshit, but some of us were able to continue on without the bullshit. Some people were able to just linger on, and they were left at the sidelines, and all that. And it's no hate on anybody. It's just the idea that, like sometimes you you meet through the whole enemy of my enemy is my friend situation. Even though I wasn't really looking for people random, I didn't even know who the fuck Otaku. Like, I truly believe that I would have never known who he was, which is not a bad thing. I don't like. I find Otaku entertaining, despite some of his mess ups. I find him entertaining. But like, you know, I probably would have met him through that. Some of these people that others have mentioned, like I know I've heard about the Cyrax guy who's a fucking disgusting human being. I didn't know. Again, like Cyrax, the only name I would have heard him from is fucking a Mortal Kombat character, or even Noob Cy, like, you know, Eric Melendez. He went by Noob Cybot for a long time. Now, whenever I fucking play as Noob, I also that's so. Yeah, I have no chord with Eric right now, but it's like fuck you, because now when I play that, I think of him and all that, because it's like fuck that name. It's like certain people when they go by certain names and shit.
It just gives
I can't
more.
Remember how I met Leon. It may have been the same situation though. Again, because let's be honest here, like especially back in 2020, I don't think you were around El Dorado through that period, but like. There was a lot of fucking people who hated Otaku. That was one of the reasons why Daniel was cut off. Yeah, Daniel was cut off back then when he made peace with him, because it's like you spent all this time fucking going after this motherfucker, and you had other people go after him for you basically, and yet you're and actually, funny enough, this parallels to the situation we are in right now with Leon. With Leon and others like myself, again, and anybody could correct me if I'm wrong, and I pretty much stuck to my guns, my opinions of that thing, of the individual, and what my stance are regarding people interacting with him. But like, you have somebody who is telling people, hey, don't fucking associate with this person, or you'll be blocked, or you'll be attacked, or what have you, and yet you take a picture with somebody. It'd be the same thing like when I was fighting with a certain group last year and into the beginning of this year, whether people like that whole situation or not, one of the main reasons was because of that whole situation. And I would not die on, like, I would die on my sword on my stance of that whole situation, why I thought it was fucked up. Fast forward, if I was taking a picture with him, then my arguments that I made throughout the entire period would regardless if they were valid or not, would go up in smoke because of that whole situation, because of that one picture. That's like, you know, so it's kind of like I wasn't planning on bringing it back to that in a way, but it does have a little parallel where you got people, whether Leon likes him or not, he's lost a lot of fucking people. Like I was informed of like his subscriber count. Now, granted, I don't give a shit about subscribers at this point anymore. But like,
that's irrelevant.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was staggering. Like, you know, when I cut ties with certain people a while back, had my own opinions on certain matters. If we compare apples to oranges here, like it was a very minor drop off. Even I don't even think it was noticeable. But you look at Leon's, it was fucking like stagnant. It was like astonishing how many people went in droves. And all you have now are either the people that are unsure of the situation, or the people that are just gonna stick their heels into the ground and not be, whether or not the facts are there or whatnot, they are not going to choose.
Yep. That's the people that I want this stream for, because there's a lot of, you know, there's a good amount. I'm not gonna say how many, I don't know, but there's a good amount of people that
his community. There's a shit ton of followers. Sorry, my bad,
yeah.
But yeah, there's a shit ton of blind followers in his community. Like none of them really have a fucking mind of their own. Pretend like they do.
Eldorado, but that could be said in any other community, because
I was just about to say that.
That's true.
I've been in many. I'm always in different communities. I'm in a shitload of different communities that I'm in, and I see the same thing. You know, someone's fighting someone else, and their followers. Even though I'm what do you call it? Unbiased. So I watch both of their streams, And I'm like, well, this guy's not correct, but all his friends are like, yeah, yeah, the other guy's a piece of shit. And then in the other extreme is like the guy might not be correct either, or he might have done some bad stuff, and their followers are like, yeah, yeah, you're right, the other guy's a piece of shit. And no matter where you're at, you're gonna have those little people that go, oh, even if you kill someone, they're like, yeah, yeah, the other guy deserved to be killed or something like that.
I get
It's
you,
just,
and it's unfortunate we live in this kind of era. But I was gonna say, yeah, yeah, and the whole thing after the whole little dilemma I had, early with me and Brian delivers you the goods, I mean, if he doesn't want to accept my apology, that's perfectly fine. He has every right to get upset at me. I mean, what I did was fucked up, and I shouldn't have fucking done that.
who?
That I will,
I'm assuming
But
he's referring to Brian Delivers.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'll be your friend again. He flipped up pretty quick, so he'll be back to being your friend.
he
soon.
ain't gonna associate with me again. I know for a
That's what they
fact
all
because.
say. That's what they all say.
But that's perfectly fine if he doesn't want to be my friend. That's perfectly fine. I'm taking full accountability right now. What I've done is fucking wrong. There ain't no fucking excuse where I've seen it. If he told me to go fuck myself, fine by me.
See,
That's
this is
perfect.
this how out of the loop I've been. I knew about the whole fucking Brian, like at one moment being on Leon's side and not being on Leon's side. I didn't know about the recent stuff, but like even with El Dorado, I didn't even know. I didn't even know about that situation. Like people think I watch everybody or I do whatever. I've been fucking out of the loop. So some of the things I'm hearing is like new to me. Like even the Kyle Hawkins stuff.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
that
That
was
blew my mind because that was like, whoa, whoa! I didn't expect that. And there's more things on Kyle Hawkins where he was duetting a 17-year-old on TikTok. Regardless if it was legal in another state or not, the law does not determine morality. I'm sorry, but
I was gonna say there's a different. This is what I was talking to somebody about because we were actually having a conversation about that. I said there is a difference between a court of law and a court of public opinion. While the law, this is why I was trying to say to some people when they were talking about the laws, like the age of consent thing. Like I can't I can fight all day long, but it's probably unless for some reason it changes, the law is going to remain. It is not is like so it is what it is. However, you also got to take into consideration the court of public opinion, and sometimes the court of public opinion is more powerful than the fucking like fucking justice system nowadays.
Yep.
Because all they need to do is have like, for example, clips of certain things. And while it may not be able to be determined in a court of law, it's
Sounds
going to
good.
be determined. What's up?
Oh no, I'm just saying. Sounds good. To Templar.
Oh, I see it. Okay. So anyway, like and that's the thing. Like with Sloppy, I was going to ask you: are the streams or the videos where Kyle said these things, are these streams still public or were these hidden but they were sent? I'm not asking who or what. I'm just asking, were they still public?
Which ones?
The one where he threatened to shoot up a convention, and where he also threatened to leak a girl's nudes.
No, it's in my channel, but the stream, I don't know. My friend, one of my friends sent me the video.
Yeah, no, and that's how I saw it because it's like with some people, I'm subscribed to I was subscribed to Link. Like whenever this happened, I may have been or I may not have been. It depends on the timeline of things. But like I've openly told people I don't watch it. Like I can't, like I've got my either work or of course nowadays I got other priorities I gotta do and all that.
You gotta get that like Tua.
So yeah, Tua. Like so it's like I try to make time whenever I can, and all that, but I don't watch everybody's. It's like when people try to say, "Oh, I watch everything." I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have time to. Like, I'll listen to something if I'm at work and it's dead, and I just need something to kill time because anybody who works, when it's slow, the time goes by much slower. So you need something as long as it's okay, like you don't get in trouble or anything, or it's okay by the higher ups. As long as what have you. Like if I listen to a stream, I usually like streams like this. I will have it on my headphones because I don't know what the fuck's gonna be said. So I don't want like if it's like a wrestling podcast, like one of those more nicer podcasts, like they don't like swear like a sailor every 5 seconds, then I could play down my speaker or something, for example. But yeah, it's like whenever this was said, and what disturbs me even more about this is that like how many people were like knew about this outside of Leon who never spoke up about this. Like if I was around when this happened, when I heard this person say this, I would have said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And second, what the fuck is wrong with everybody in here that's not fucking saying anything about this? Because it's like that's another thing I want to know, because I know Leon has talked about it being addressed, but again, different people, I get that, I understand that. It's not like I can tell people what to do, but it's like if one of my close friends said that, like with like jokingly, I have a morbid sense of humor, but even certain lines I will not cross regarding jokes. But like that would be something where where either I may just sit down and talk with that person, but even then it's like I don't even know if I could even be friends with that person again after that, because whatever reason you had in saying that still doesn't excuse the fact that you fucking threatened to shoot up a convention for whatever fucking bullshit reason, or leaking the girls' nudes because you are being like you won't be unblocked or some shit. First off, and I gotta say this, who in the fuck has their ex's nudes still when they've already moved on? You know, I know there's some creepy motherfuckers out there, but it's like I used to know a guy who used to do that. And he openly told me without, and I cut ties with that motherfucker because I thought that was fucking shady and fucking slimy. He literally, because he was doing acting and all that, right? He said, and I quote, that he kept those nudes in case if ever he gets higher up in acting, that if any of these girls try to say shit, whether and with him, I don't know if it'd be true or not true. But the point is that he has that as like, leverage against him. I'm like thinking that's some slimy ass shit. Then he also said, "Oh, just some whack off material." I'm like, "Go watch porn, you bastard."
Yeah, porn, man.
That's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, like if I break, okay, for example, if I break up, if let's say a girl sends me nudes or whatnot, right, and we're together and whatnot, and then we break up. I'm not gonna fucking keep those, and I will for damn sure not keep them if I'm with somebody else. Like if it was just a friend or I'm doing stuff for OnlyFans, what have you, whatever like that. That like okay, if you're helping out a friend and you just keep the copies, okay, maybe one thing or another. But if you're with somebody and you still have them, that's kind of messed up, because especially if you know the person. If it's porn, hey. Couples like to watch porn, maybe to learn some tricks or what have you. That's all fine and dandy. But yeah, let me see what's been said in the comments. Let's see. Still have on your other stream I still have news of your ex. Which one? I'd be like, be more specific. Maybe I did at the point when I wasn't like a chick that I was smashing, but not in an ex thing. I would like to know. Because copies of OnlyFans things, yeah, I had that. And hello, White Rock, how are you doing? Anywho, let's see.
No, Templar, Leon. What we're trying to say is not you calling the police. Is you still have this individual in your group, meaning like, look what happened just recently with the Trump guy, right? This kid is unstable. He's not all there, and he did something very, atrocious. Well, this could be Kyle because he's unstable, and he even threatened. He said he was going to do it to shoot up a convention center. So, you being his closest friend, you should have been like, "Nah, what the fuck you doing? We're not doing that. I can't be associated with someone that could do that, because then it's going to be on me as well, because I'm your friend and I'm defending you from all these people, and then you end up doing something, like what happened a couple of weeks ago." because he's
Also,
unstable.
if I might, oh, go ahead.
No, go for it. I'm done.
I was gonna say, if I might add to that, also, if it was done on your stream, you may not be held liable for the act, but due to it being there and that not being addressed or handled and maybe all that, then that could be something that the authorities could use regarding that, especially if they look at it from a point of view that, hey, you didn't say anything to calm the situation. That's again, I'm not saying you did or didn't, but my point is that that's also something that could have been a point there. Now let me see about. Let's see. I'm trying to see what all that happened with the threat thing. He was banned from the convention thing. That was it. If you're wondering about that, Shane, I didn't say anything because the authorities already handled it. Well, like the other thing would have been like I would assume I don't know how the laws are there, but like I don't think he would just get a ban from threatening to shoot up an anime convention. I think he would possibly be arrested for a terroristic threat. Because again, I'm no attorney here, but I would assume you threatening to kill or shoot up an anime convention with a lot of school shootings that still go on to this day. We had one here not a couple of years ago in Uvalde, which is not far from San Antonio, for example. I would assume that would be considered a terroristic threat, and that could be again, laws could be different in different states. I'm no law expert, but I would assume that would be considered a terroristic threat or threat to act upon violence or whatnot. And that's something that, I don't think a simple ban because, you could ban somebody. Let's be honest here. You could ban somebody just like cops can check your fucking attire if you have anything. Doesn't mean you still aren't going to shoot up the place just because cops are there. Just because you're banned doesn't mean that you will not still go over there and shoot up a place. Again, I'm just looking at this from the outsider's perspective because again, I don't know anybody who would threaten to shoot up a convention or threaten to shoot up things, especially in a serious matter.
Very serious.
And if this world and if the authorities just banned him, then that's also not only is that an issue with the person who made the threat, and that person should be incarcerated for that, because how many people have said this stuff on Facebook or what have you? I think that happened with the Trump assassination guy too, where he made posts and nothing was happened. And there's been other people like that guy Elliot Rodger in California who did the same thing, where he made those videos on YouTube and nobody did a damn thing. So that's also a failure on the authorities aspect too. I will say that. But again, look at like this is a great case in point. I did look up on this guy many years ago, back I think a year or two after it happened, on Elliot Rodger. Basically, for those who don't know, he was a guy who had privilege. He thought he had everything, money, clothes. He wasn't a bad looking dude, but he apparently couldn't get any girls to go after him. And he decided to go on a shooting spree because of it, just because he wasn't. And that's when I would be fucking, me and Daniel would go back and forth. I used to call him Elliot Rodger 2.0 because, it's something that, I could see someone like him doing it, and he doesn't. And that's the other thing. Not everybody needs to say they're going to do it. They could just do it out of the blue. There's certain people out here that I've interacted with on here that if I see them, shoot up a school or something, or even touch a kid or whatnot, I would not be on here saying that. I would be surprised. Those type of people that I keep away. It's like with the individual that Leon took a picture with. I always knew before he came clean with everything. I always knew when he was shoving his religion down his throat, everybody's throat, like worse than anybody I've ever met on here. I always thought he was compensating for something. Like he was doing it because he felt like that was his way of having some higher power forgive him for his past sins. And lo and behold, and I was even shocked at what I heard when he told me and others, but lo and behold, he fucking just went AWOL and just told spill the beans on everything. And that was something I was appalled by. And I remember because it was on Leon's group chat. I even told him. Oh, you're good, Eldorado.
But
I even told him. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
If I may, I've just joined. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Creed, aka the ex-vice president of Crow Templars Only. Just here to provide you with some major fucking breaking news details and facts. Courtesy of me. I'm sorry for hijacking your show, Sloppy, but I feel like
open to that.
Okay. I'm just not trying to invade in people's privacy because, some people have an ego about them. Some people being Leon, and Leona. Oh, by the way, you guys didn't know that he identifies as Leona? Yeah, he lost his balls a long time ago. I found them in my mom's purse the other day. I was like, what are you doing with these? How'd you get these? She looked at me and she said, Pro Templars Only. They had a sale on Temu. Get your Leon ball sack. And they have bobbleheads of Daniel's head going, ah. Yeah, so to inspire and to work with some people in here, I'm just going to say this amicably. Let's keep the peace and just work together for now. Okay? So if you want to be buddy-buddy, that's cool. If you don't want to be buddy-buddy after anything I say about you or anybody in here, that's cool too. But the fact remains here. Leon, if you're watching, hi. You look really small down here. Like, I'm a god. You're like that little termite. Did I just step in shit? God damn. You know what? I'll be right back. I got to take my shoes off. I actually stepped on Leon. Sorry.
Damn.
No, dude. I'm sorry. It's one of those days. I'm just having a Homelander moment. I'll be a good in 5. Let the weed chicken. Dude, I got to inject myself with some Gen V because I got to stay woke, That's like the wokest show in the world, bro. Sorry. I don't mean to go woke, but apparently woke is not broke because that show, it's doing a killing quite literally, unlike Leon. So, I mean, if this is going to be what Todd's about, just to talk about the situation that Chayton was talking about, this whole Junko situation. Chayton, I'm so glad to see you, buddy, because it's only been a few weeks. How you doing? How's the family? Hope you're doing well. Don't give a fuck about you, but listen up. I know some things about that night, and I'm going to say my piece. But I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about what happened that night, and then I'm going to tell you how it made me feel, because I was a part of that night too. So I'm going to let you go first, talk for as long as you want, and then just tell me when it's my turn, okay?
Who?
Sounds good.
I think I scared him to death because he's silent.
Me?
Who?
Chayton.
Oh, what's up?
I just said, if you want to talk about that night, go ahead. That's fine.
Oh, the night about the call, yeah.
Yeah, but just let me, but not the call, but the night that we were on the call with Junko where we got him exposed because he talked about it.
I forgot you were in that call, yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is talk about your side of that and how it made you feel, and then let me know when it's my turn, and I'll tell you how it made me feel upon being in there, because we're not going to see eye to eye on that. I'm just letting you go first, out of respect, sir, because you had the floor before I did. So I'm handing the mic back to you. Go ahead.
All right. So, like, regarding the whole situation with that, was like, again, I always had some weird suspicion about him doing something. I just didn't think it was going to be that appalling. And when I was talking to him, because like I think it got to the point where I was getting frustrated because I just wanted to know the age, because it was like fucking you're sitting over here fucking just beating around the bush, which I've been seeing that go around a lot with him over the last year or so when he was trying to explain it, add new things to the story or what have you. It was the idea of, I told Leon, I hit him up privately because I thought about screen recording it, but it was Leon's server. I didn't want to show him any disrespect by doing that. So I went to Leon and I told him about what we found out. And I told him, I said, Leon, you know I'm not somebody to tell you to stop associating with this person or that person or to fucking kick someone out of the group. I'm not even a fucking high rank member of the fucking Crow Templars or whatnot. Okay, I'm not fucking doing that. But I told him, I said, either he goes or I go, because I'm not going to be a part of a same server as this piece of shit. I said for a million, the things that he just admitted to me and others, I'm not going to be in that. I'm not going to be in there. You know, it's like, fuck, you got to fucking make a choice. There are certain situations where it ain't fucking where you can hold off on it or whatnot. You got to make a fucking choice.
Can I ask you a question, Chaitan, before
Go
you
ahead.
Okay, my question to you is, during the time of let's put the time frame in perspective. So we're at the point now where Junko has talked about every bit of his wrongdoing. Okay, my question to you at this time is, how do you actually have absolute certainty that this is not being mistreated as, I'm not portraying it as like he did anything wrong at this point. Just keep that in mind, okay? I'm not looking at him as an overall bad person for this. I'm just asking you, in this general moment, did you ever think that A, maybe he misunderstood somewhere along the line of what actually happened and it's making it out more than it actually is? B, is it plausible to think that maybe it's all just a misunderstanding? And C, where's your actual credible evidence to back up that this person who was of that age actually is of that age? Where's your proof in that? Where is any kind of credible evidence that pointed directly to that? Because I'm just going to be fair and square. I can tell you the whole entire different texting styles that my kids have. So if I get a text from my 26-year-old, I know what that looks like as opposed to my 12-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the absolute certainty of the evidence. So I'm wondering, in that moment, after he explained everything to you, how did you reasonably come to your conclusion that this guy was guilty as fuck without a reasonable doubt in your mind?
That is a fair argument, and to answer that, regarding the only other, I guess you would say, shriek of evidence that I obtained
I want you to look at everything I just asked, and
yes,
whatever you're going to tell me is evidence. So keep that in mind. We're going to look at it as if this is a courtroom. Let's look at it like that from that perspective, okay? Personal feelings aside.
Now, regarding the evidence in question, the only thing that I personally had outside of his word, which again, to go with the idea of him misunderstanding it, or the other argument could be he was doing that to get attention, which could also be a fair argument.
Right.
Now regarding the or evidence itself, the only thing I had regarding that was I think it was a video where he went by a different name. I think it was Snuggles or something, some shit.
Right.
I can't recall if that was exactly it or not. But that was like the only thing, and then those two people confronting him about that. That is literally the only other. So in the evidence.
May I ask just point out what was the contents of that video? What exactly was it? Was it actually a live video where you actually got to see his face doing something? Or was it
No. I think all the parties involved were they had their cameras off.
Okay, so it was. So you're saying it was like what we're doing basically right now.
Yeah, basically like that.
Okay. You're right.
So
gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, so that is like, I will admit that is the only. Now, even if that was the only evidence I could say that is something that could be credible to that argument, because it's people that are outside of our community, at least to my knowledge. I'm not 100% sure who these other people were, but
so hold on, wait.
Go ahead.
In what point in that video does it point to anybody's age, and how did it come about to be a topic is a really big question to ask, because think about it. Nobody here randomly just spouts out their age. I'm 45 years old. Nobody does that. So how the age thing became that of a substance within a video, within that of a video that got leaked and exposed and everything, you need to understand there's a continuity to how that came up to be. Because if we're really going to pinpoint somebody to be of that nature, you need to have absolute certainty. Because think about it, people take their lives over words these days. So I'm not saying that Junko is a pedophile at this point or is not. I'm just pointing out for the spectrum of people that actually have a brain and can realize and understand what I'm talking about, you need to treat this as a courtroom perspective. And that's what I've been trying to tell Leon this whole fucking time about all the shit he did with me and all the shit he did with Daniel and how that fucked up my kid. That, by the way, oddly enough, just a fun segue question. Why are people talking about it still? Why is it still relevant to you people? Like, that's a whole different issue. Not to lead into segue, but Junko and Daniel, they go hand in hand like bread to butter, just like
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
just like I was gonna say, Leon and pedophiles, they go hand in hand too. Sorry, I didn't mean to be insulting. Sorry, Your Honor.
Now, I guess the answer.
Your Honor, am I in trouble? Am I in trouble? I just want to know, am I in trouble, Your Honor?
Order in the court.
Okay, cool. Just
There you go.
Yeah,
Good.
to answer your, I'll answer the first or the latter question first regarding it. That is something that I myself like. I will admit I brought him up in this scene as a either a comparison or a parallel to what we're dealing with right now. However,
fair.
Like I try to do a pretty good job without mentioning him, and I even ask myself this to other people, like, why is he still being brought up? Because as far as I know, I don't keep up with everybody's fucking content, so I'm not going to say that he's doing something or not doing something, but he's been gone. You know, certain people that, you know, continuously attack someone, and I'm not defending. If I'm being honest, I think he's scum of the earth and, you know, and all that stuff. Referring to Daniel, that is.
You're fine.
Huh?
But no, I was saying that you're fine because put it this way. The only reason why I'm bringing up Daniel now is because a couple of days ago, I decided I was going to bomb on somebody's live video. Sorry, not sorry, but unnecessary measures were taken, and real recognize real. That's just how it's going to go from now on until I get my response from Leon. But that's beside the point. I'm just here to tell people that, like, after I left, by the way, your Secret Service there, buddy, Leon, they really were late. I'm sorry. 45 seconds too late. See ya later. But this motherfucker, whoever the fuck you are, DSC, Cole, whatever the fuck your name is, I don't fucking care. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't really care who you are. But if I don't know you, it's probably in your best interest to not talk about someone else's kids, especially when you don't know them, especially if you weren't a part of that situation. Don't make my beef your beef, because that could end very poorly on both sides here. And, you know, hey, it's done. It's over with. She's an adult. What you going to do? And if any one of you guys actually have that phone number, I'd love to see it. I mean, I would confirm it live on video. Is this your daughter's phone number, or is this your phone number? And I tell you the truth right there on video. Hell, I'd even go live to show my fucking face and prove it to you. Like, seriously. Come on now. It's not that hard to prove. But if you can cop that type of attitude towards me, so many years removed from that situation, and say it's all fake or whatever, you're really missing the point that you're all being led by a fucking fake yourselves. That's all this comes down to. I mean, that entire night, Chaitin, I mean, you guys chastised him to hell. You guys really burned that bridge really fucking quick. I mean, that boy could have committed suicide because of any one of you. And honestly, just for the compassion of life as a simplicity, that life is life, dude, that would have been the saddest thing anybody would have ever experienced in this entire community. All personal feelings aside. Because a loss is a loss. And you don't know what a loss is up until you start losing people that are closest to you. And maybe you didn't have the best relationship with them, but a loss is a loss. So I'm just here to tell you that, you know, the only reason why I said what I said that night, where I was asking all those questions to you, was it's exactly what I'm doing now. Because if you think about it, if we never really had any concrete proof of anything at all, and we just did this, what does that make us? That makes us no better than the people you're already fighting online every single day. And honestly, it was at that point I felt kind of brainwashed out of this entire stinking saga of a whole facade of a people. Like, many of you are still under that influence, and my God, it does not look good on you. And I'm a fucking former addict of drugs, dude. I'm just here to tell you, prison ain't no joke. Take it from my perspective. Look how many years I wasted. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I too honest? Because, again, everybody keeps talking about me, my family. You guys are sick. Like, you guys are on the internet here to really talk about things, and you want to spend all your time talking about one man and his family? Wow. That's a whole new level of perverse, beyond pedophilic allegations in itself at that point. And I don't need to even point out evidence. It's in broad fucking day all day when the people mention my kid. Still. Ew. I mean, Your Honor, can I be honest for a second?
Go for it.
I think that's even further than literally having an attraction to a newborn baby at that point. Like, that's even more disturbing, that you people have an addiction with someone's life so much as to that you want to keep talking about their children online. The fuck is wrong with you people? That's really morbid. And I don't judge, but that deserves a judgment of itself that I myself cannot even find the words to give, because it's that gross. I feel like shit having to say that about anybody. So imagine what that does to me, that you feel. If you think that literally I'm faking this entire emotion or I'm a fake friend, that's fine. But damn, you're all so nasty. Yeah. What do you think, Floppy?
It's I guess a lot of people like to bring up the past, and I'm guessing you're still kind of upset about certain topics when it involves your children, like anybody else. That's why I understand what you're saying. I can't what do you call it, empathize, but I can sympathize.
Yep,
Um,
that's fair.
but because I don't bring not like my online thing and my real life thing are separate, and I will never bring up my like my life stuff in on this chat, because then people could use that against me or use that to try to hurt me. And from what I see, when people bring up your children, and more because it was a very horrendous thing what Daniel did, it does gets you like, okay, get over it, let's move on from it. My kid's already grown, we don't really want to even bring that stuff back anymore. That's my personal opinion. But
May I be upfront? I will say this: a lot of people bring up that situation with YKJ and his kids is because Daniel has still keep on doing repetitive things with other people's children. I mean, for crying out loud, this guy was recently caught, flirting with a minor on Twitter. I mean, Daniel's still doing the same thing. That's why.
Eldorado, can I interject real quick? I'll say the best and most blunt way I could describe that whole thing. At this point, with his history, one, is any of us surprised? Are any of us surprised right now? And second, who the fuck cares? Because it's at this point, it is just a rinse and repeat thing. He fucks up, everybody freaks out like it's the newest thing in the world. Again, do I have my own opinions of him? Absolutely. But my point is that
I get you. I get you, Chayton. I get what you're totally saying. I mean, yeah, I get
like
totally.
this is one of the reasons why, and I don't mean to interject this, but I'll mute myself if I have to say this. This is one of the reasons why I've disassociated myself from certain people in the past, because it's like, what is left to be gained? Bragging rights, dick measuring content. Like I come on here when I'm like, this is me being serious, but like, do I come on here and just continuously hound a dude? like it stopped being fun. And if anybody still thinks it's fun hounding on the guy, and again, I have no sympathy for him, but hounding on the guy, then you really need something else better to do with your life than just that. You know, do a stream about video games, do whatever. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what you should do, but I'm advising what, like, again, it's like anybody who we know is a piece of shit, who is fucking just scum of the earth. And like, you tell me that, El Dorado, first off, I don't give two shits at this point, because it doesn't surprise, not you, but more so what he has done, because number one, it doesn't surprise me.
I mean, I'll be fair and say this, that even as the father of a victim, I'll be honest and say it doesn't surprise me either. But at the same time, the biggest surprise out of everything, and this is the part that most of you are not even looking into, is the fact that Daniel went as too far as to groom, talk about all this shit, call him out, and then do whatever he did that night with me on the live, and that shit happened. But the bigger picture, if we're taking away from that and looking past that, we might see something that I look at as collusion. And that's a big accusation to use the word collusion. I mean, Donald Trump went through collusion, for Christ's sake. They spent weeks and weeks doing this delegation and internal affairs offices and everything in between. Well, I didn't hire anybody to do collusion. I found out because people were honest with me. People actually became my friends closer when they were honest, and they were willing to risk everything to show me that they care by telling me some things that really hurt me right then and there. But I have to remain strong to become a better person for my kid, because I need to show resilience as a single parent to that girl and say, it's going to be okay because I'm here. If I'm not strong for her, I have no chance for her to be strong for me. You know what I mean? We're in this together. That's what family is supposed to do. So in the long run of things, where you people keep talking about this, you're really looking like this is your best friend, and you're defending him. You're defending that action. You're defending that I deserve that because I'm an asshole, or whatever you feel. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If that's the way you feel, just come out and say it. But don't hide behind the bush and say, oh, I'm not friends with Daniel. I hate that clown. Then why the fuck are you still thinking this is all fake? That's the biggest thing. On top of the fact that Leon, of all people, is in fact best friends with Daniel. They're in bed together, just like him and Junko. Because remember, what comes in twos comes in threes too. So I'm just so confused as to how the hell you people who sit there and hate on Daniel with me, we laugh about it, we scream about it, we're hollering, we're having a fun ass time roasting him about it, and then 5 minutes later, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Like, I don't play that bullshit, dude. That's stupid. That's flip flop.
I don't understand.
I'm not playing flip the burger at McDonald's, bro. I'm not a fry cook. I'm the manager, and your ass is fired. Like, nah, dude. That's some bogus ass bullshit. Like, I don't got to be street on that level of bullshit. That's basic elementary, dude. We learned that shit in the first grade. Just because that's your friend does not mean it's my friend. But if it's not my friend, I'm not going to want to make him my friend because he doesn't like me. But that doesn't mean I'm telling you that you can't like him, that all of a sudden now you're treating me like disrespect, but you're treating him with all the respect. That's some jealousy bullshit, dude. I mean, Leon, all I want is a fucking sit down with you. You keep dipping, dodging, and dodging me, bro. You diddying me. Like, come on, bro. You have somebody talking about my fucking daughter who they don't even fucking know. They've never seen a picture of her. They don't even know what she would look like in a fucking one-person mall. If she was the only person in a mall, guess what? You wouldn't know that's my kid because I don't fucking know you. Keep my fucking kids' names out your mouth. Kind of like you're asking to be a pedophile in Dorsey at that point. All of you. Seriously, it's a bad fucking look, as if Kyle is a fucking saint compared to all of you, because that's the only person I can say out of all of you that literally doesn't talk shit about me on anybody's lives at all. and I don't even get along with the dude, and he knows to back the fuck down. That's a smart motherfucker. Take notes, bitches. Don't be like your dumbass leader and be Colty is as Colty does. Wake the fuck up. My God. I'm not even woke and I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this as a human being from life and experience. Some of you, you don't even realize how dumb you talk and how stupid you sound, because I'm going to tell you right now, 90% of you have spoken about your local place of living at some point in time in conversation. And guess what? Then you go on live video and you show it off and everything in between. You don't think it's that hard to tell where Leon lives, or Jaden, or Dakota, or any of those places? Come on now. You got to be smarter than that. Move smarter. If you're going to move like a dummy, be the dummy. But if you're going to try smarting up and acting like a man, don't act. Just be that man. Step the fuck up and own up on principle. Leon, what happened to your balls, dude? I thought you had them. And all of a sudden you're mad because, oh my God, you have such an obsession to keep bothering me. I swear to God that you got the audacity. Dude, you did the same thing for everybody else, so why can't you take it back? I know about your little interview on the 3rd, Floppy, if I may. I'd like to be there because, you know what? I think this motherfucker deserves the perfect exposure to, well, what he called the Crow Templars. I'm now going to dub, what's the words I'm thinking of? Since it's full of pedophiles and pedophile endorsees, and there's a whole list of people. Huh, where have I seen that before? Oh, yeah, it's your little Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, Epstein's Island 2.0, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. You don't have to be lonely at Epstein's Island 2.0, baby. Come on, Leon. Tell me more about this great island of yours, dude. I'm dying to know. I bet the FBI would love to know, too. I bet the CIA would love to know about your little panty raids that go on at 3 p.m. at Kyle's house. Come on, bro. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, I'm not even threatening you. Everything I'm saying is perfectly legal. You just don't like what I'm saying, dude, because I'm speaking the truth. If you can't handle the truth, you probably should have never fed yourself lies to begin with, because now you're going to have to be that bulimic Barbie doll that you raped when you were a kid by shoving it up your ass. Then they had to take you to the hospital. And guess what? I forgot. Your mom asked me the other day. She said, "Did you hear about that story?" And I said, "Yeah. But I have one question. Whatever happened to the Ken doll?" And she looked at me and said, "Oh, Ken, he came in a different box."
Man, that grammar's ass. But okay.
Dude, he did the Ryan Dunn with a Barbie. Dude, he had a Barbie up his ass. That's why he's so sensitive, dude. That's why he can't get laid. Come on, man. I could get laid on your couch even if it was all covered in your cat's piss. That shows you how lucky I am in life. What you gonna do, Butters?
That's an interesting.
You know what? I'm done doing this court bullshit. Now it's time to go natural born killers. I'm gonna be your Mickey. Do you know who Mickey is? You're a film nut. You should know who Mickey and Mallory are, bro. Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, come on. This is your big moment. You know, you don't want any witnesses, right? Well, too bad. This is the camera. We're all witnesses, dude. Come on, man. Don't you want to watch a national freak out on the breakdown? I might shove a remote up my ass for 1 million views. Hell, dude, if Inquirer can do it, I can do it. Hell, I'll buy that for a view, Leon. Your move, counselor. Do you concur?
I'm just listening. I'm enjoying this conversation.
I'm about ready for a second because somebody's calling me in the background.
All right.
Okay. But I'm just gonna tell you, dude, like, Floppy, could I be on that interview just so I could roast the fuck out of him during the interview? Because I think he really deserves a bunch of panty slaps across his face like the Nazi boy he is. A Cuban Nazi, it's Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. Yeah,
to be honest, most likely, depending on if he wants people in, that's the main thing. I don't. When it comes to a one-on-one, if the person allows it, that's getting, I guess, interviewed or a conversation. If he says yeah, then of course I will.
Oh, can I have a one-on-one then?
No, it's
Because doesn't the song go, anything you can do, I can do better? Yeah. So let's put an Oliver Twist on this little nut twister of a motherfucker. You got something to say. You've always had something to say. You're always telling about to update. Hey, I'm gonna get my laptop actually on the second, not the third, so I'll keep you updated. Dude, I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you right now, I'm in that mood again. You know what that mood is? Well, hello there, Mr. Racist. How's your racist ass doing today, sir? Are you having a racist-tastic day, you rustic wrestle? Wrestle. I am rambling
Um,
at it. I am rambling at it.
you're saying that he doesn't want you near him with the way you're acting right now.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm not so civilized. I'm sorry that I'm a bad boy. But that's what happens when you make people crazy, dude. You got to live with that consequence, daddy. Are you my daddy? Will you be my daddy? Or am I going to have to call Child Protective Service because daddy touched me? I'm going to go with the ladder because it's not safe down there.
Boy,
Yeah, he's scary. That's exactly what Leon feels. That's why he won't do it because he's scared. It's okay to be scared, little boy. You can come home another day. You hear that? He can come over to my house if he can find it. I'll leave the door open, buddy. Hell, I'll even let you. I'll let you in by the gate. I'll give you the passcode and everything. I'll turn off the security cameras. I'll put the dogs in the cages, and you can come over. We might have a beer, have a barbecue, have a fun time. Forget all about this shit, but you want to be scared? Come on, man. I thought I knew you better. And that's coming from somebody who's your bro, man. You don't do this to your bros, dude. You're being a hoe. And you know what they say, bros before hoes. And you're being a hoe about it. Hoe. Quit being a hoe, bro. Fucking homo.
Yeah. Yeah, so it depends
I,
on August 3rd what's gonna happen and shit.
I don't give. Listen, if he wants to go, he wants to go. But I think a lot of people are going to ride on this because, dude, I'm going to be fair and square. You're going to have to show really your true colors. You say you're a leader of the Crow Templars, dude. I want to see that leader. I want to see the man that literally doesn't tell people, I'm going to shut down my channel. And everybody's saying, RIP Crow Templars. And then you're like, you guys are stupid if you think I'm shutting down my channel. Oh, you didn't think I saw that? Really? Looks like you have a mole inside your infestation of your little head, you little penis breast motherfucker. Why don't you get that little pee hole checked out? You might have a UTI, infection CREED, Creed. You're testing positive for virus Creed, and it really fucking reeks. And if you want to hide behind a little camera, like, hey, kid behind the camera here, sit behind those seats, don't go over here. That's what you want to do.
my question.
That's what you want to do? No, listen, if that's what he wants to fucking do, that's cool. But in response, Floppy, I want, this is what my request is. If he says no, can I make a request for you, sir?
For sure.
Please?
What's
okay. My request is a very simple one. I don't want a one-on-one. What I would really like is to have multiple people in this call, because I think everybody deserves a wonderful laugh. So we're going to have the first ever, and it's going to be not just this year. I'm going to come back to this around this time next year too. And I'm going to have the first ever annual Scorpion Death Drop roast. The roast of Leon Calvera, a.k.a., well, you already all know his real name. I don't care. I mean, it's Christopher Bonnell, dude. Like, seriously, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, you gonna name drop me on live too and not expect me to do the same? Oh my God, I'm so scared. Nobody actually gave a fuck about the video because you took it down within the hour. Like,
let me respond to that, dude. I took accountability, unlike you, which you should be doing. Why are you worried about what I'm doing with other people? You should be worried about you and yourself.
And all I'm going to say, motherfucker, is very simple.
Accountability.
I just want to fucking, I just want to fucking roast. So, Sloppy, if you could grant that, I'll give you a big wet one of a hug because I'll make you tanita asada, bro.
Oh, hell yeah. Carne asada with some salsa
Yeah.
and some tortillas.
Yeah,
Hell
dude. Yeah. So that's my offer. I'll bring you a whole platter. How about that?
For sure.
All
We'll
right,
talk
cool.
about it.
We're making
All right,
business.
but I'm gonna before I go, I'm gonna say this. People are gonna get on to me what happened earlier. Unlike somebody in the chat, I've actually owned up to what I did, and I told you earlier what I did was fucked up and wrong. Okay. Which like you need to worry about what you're doing instead of what I'm doing. Okay. I've owned up to my fucking mistakes. I know what I did was fucking wrong. Okay. I've already owned up to it. So, unlike you, I've actually hold accountability.
And to be fair as well, a few things
Oh,
regarding
shut
this.
the fuck up, pedophile. Why don't you suck a dick, pedo?
All right, damn.
I
Holy
was like, what's the reaction?
Look at what I
Eldorado.
No. Like, I've made a video on the second channel owning up to my fucking shit. Who the fuck is this pedophile and Dorsey to say, oh, you didn't take accountability? Oh, suck a dick. Hey, guys. Back at Scorpion Death Rock, back on another motherfucking video. And I'm Mr. Pedophile and Dorsey, still fucking upset over Evolve Eldorado, El Contado on Arch Faggot.
Oh, damn.
What
You
the
got
fuck?
kicked out? Yeah.
All right, because it was about to go haywire, and I'm like, I'm trying to be the voice of reason with everything.
All right, go for it before he comes back.
Anywho, regarding all this, well, here's a few questions I would actually ask for Leon. Leon, I guess one thing I would say regarding this is on Sloppy's stream, are we going to get the Scorpion Death Drop Leon? Are we going to get that guy who, because Sloppy brought this up earlier, are we going to get the guy that's going to go scorch earth on people and all that? Or are we going to get, I'll just say, because, said earlier, are we going to get Chris? Are we going to get the person behind the facade, if you will? Because at this point, as I've said earlier, a lot of people have had issues with me for a long time, as I've seen with, of course, gentlemen below me and all that. And you and your responses to all this have not made you look good just going after people, but yet you and the gentleman below me are talking back and forth, but yet you want nothing to do with him, but yet you're interacting with him from the chat. That's one thing I don't understand. Is like, you have no issue talking to him in the chat, but yet you want nothing to do with him in regards to a live stream facing him theoretically face to face, even though in reality it's not. It's through computer or phone or what have you.
He decides to gun for me. On top of that, he decides to gun for me because he can't take on YKJ.
Let Chain finish and then
yeah. So my point is that that's one thing, because if you are able to come in here or go into chat and talk shit about somebody, but yet the other person is saying, I'll be here and all that, and you don't want nothing to do with him, but yet you're interacting with him and you're shit talking with him. Like, I'm just going to ask you, Leon, are you afraid of him? Because, like, if this is, let's say, the last time if this is the last time maybe you two interact, let's see, I won't go aggressive unless I am given a reason to. Well, and here's the other thing. This is something I would recommend you do. Like, I would say Sloppy moderates the chat, keeps an eye on it, and I would tell you, Leon, ignore the chat, because that's going to get you sidetracked real quick. Take it from someone. Take it from me. I've made that mistake before. Go ahead.
I was just going to add to that. Like, basically, I'm just going to call out this. Every single time, Leon, that I have tried to have a one-on-one sit down with you on any capacity of any day, it could have been the nicest day outside, the worst day outside, doesn't matter the day. What matters is I would want to vent to you about something in my personal life because that's what friends are for, right? You'd always say to me, you can tell me anything. And all of a sudden, I'm venting out frustration about how I feel about you. And I'd ask you, how would you feel if I did that to you? And you would just say, yeah, keep talking. I'm kind of busy, but keep talking. Like as if I'm your secondary focus when I'm not critiquing you. I'm just asking you a question because it doesn't feel right to see what you're doing is wrong. And then you're expecting us to do all the dirty work and you're doing nothing type of thing. And then all of a sudden this year I'm being labeled as it was only convenient for you. Nah, dude, it's not my fault that I'm taking care of my family first. And it's not my fault that you do you about that. If you feel that you are going to be aggressive, come aggressive, dude. I'd love to see that fired because put it this way. If I can burn you out quicker that way, cool. But I'd love to know the reason why you actually cannot do it instead of thinking about it or instead of literally telling everybody, I just don't do aggressive. Nobody cares about the aggressiveness. What people want to know is personally, why do you not want to face Josh? Why do you not want to face talk to me like a sit down, like a person that you've always never tried to do with people? You've always tried to go in there guns blazing with people on these types of videos. Why not try a little bit something different? Because put it this way, if you come in there hateful and everything like that, dude, you're going to literally try to tell me that you're a nice person at the end of the day because you yelled and screamed the whole time. Nah, dude, that just proves you've been a hateful person since the start. Nah, dude, put it this way. I never said anything. I'm just telling you, if you want to get all this conveyed to you of why I did what I did, let's ash it out August 3rd, bro. Ash it out. Both sides need to be heard in the room, right? You want to be right. I want to be right. We all want the right side. We all want the truth, don't we? Tell the fucking truth. Hashtag speak up.
This is the reason why the whole thing. I don't mean to cut you up. But this is the whole reason why this has escalated so much is because there's been a lack of truth. It's just been bullshit and excuses. You know that's you know.
And just to think about this for a second, for the people that were accused of these things, and then they went ahead in their life, and we don't even talk to those people anymore. Like some of these people, we never want to hear from again, and we still don't. But what if we were all wrong? You know, like the whole Jeff Goldblum question. You guys were so preoccupied doing what you did because it sounded fun, and you did it, and you slapped it on there, and you put it on there, whatever, and you packaged it, and patented it, and you passed it along, and you wielded it like you're 12 years old with your dad's gun. But you never stopped to think, why am I doing this? Or if the better question is, should I even be doing this? Because put it this way, none of us know anything more than the law enforcement agencies that they'll be able to pick up much greaterly than any one of us combined, mind you. So if you really want to play cops and robbers on the internet, that's cool, but you actually have to have absolute certainty because somebody will commit suicide at the end of the day. I fucking guarantee it. Or somebody will get shot and killed because, hey, put it this way, if Junko had any common sense, dude, I'm just telling you right now, I'm just telling you as a person in life, I carry openness in public. So I'm going to be fair and swear. Don't reach for it. Don't even think about it. Because if you do, I'm going to treat it like you're reaching for my life and I'm going to shoot you. So that's not a threat, but that's just the mentality some of us have because you have to realize I have PTSD. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay? So a lot of things bug me. A lot of things disturb me. Yeah, I have psychotic moments. I'm sorry. But
did you kick him out, Sloppy, or did?
Yeah. Can be showing that.
No, it was just camera going off.
We were looking at the Falcon.
Sorry, that was by accident. That stupid camera went off. But that's okay.
You sure? Because that was like a long thing. Oh, Sloppy, if you could check your Discord real quick. Someone was messaging you.
Oh, is there? Oh, let me go on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Leon wants to not go and have this sit down that he's been really wanting, and everything in between because he feels like he's entitled to an explanation from everybody else. But the one person that really doesn't deserve any time of his energy, you're full of shit. You're a con. You're a fraud at that point. So you either want to be a real man and stand on your balls and principle, or you're just completely a fake to everybody around you. What do you decide?
May I have a say on certain things?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Notice how he's more worried about what I'm doing earlier, okay, than what he's worried about. So honestly, like I said earlier, I've made a video on my second channel. I've owned up to what I've did, and I said I apologize and what I did was wrong. Okay? And that's perfectly fine if he's going to still hammer it on it, because at the end of the day, Brian Delivers You the Goods had every fucking right to get upset at me, okay? He had every fucking right. What I did was fucked up, okay?
Eldorado. That it's no point in explaining yourself because it's
No,
you've already.
no. I know.
You know.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I could tell you right now that was like I could tell you myself that was fucked up. However, I could just say that one time you admitted to what you did. You took accountability for it. Some people are not going to believe you or some people are not going to take your apology or whatnot. But
that's okay. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. I don't expect them to take my apology, okay?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
just trying to bring up a point.
Notice how he's. All I'm going to say is literally that's what I'm trying to show Leon is that I will admit to any wrongdoing you throw accusation of. If I believe that I was in the wrong for that, and I know credibly that I was wrong for it, I will apologize for it. But if there's no credibility to show that I was actually in the wrong, then I'm not going to apologize. But at least I will apologize whatever you throw at me, and I'll be transparent and honest. All you got to do is provide the time and energy. But unfortunately, you don't. And that's all that you really want from people all the time. And then you paint them as a villain along the way, and you throw us out, and then you expect us to come back. Dude, come on, man. Like, you got to deal with this as an adult. You're a kid now. Grow the fuck up. That's all I'm asking you. And if you feel like I'm coming at you with an authority, because I am. Because put it this way, you didn't like the soft person that I was. You didn't care about the fact that I was trying to change my life. You didn't give a shit that I have a family. So, easy come, easy go. You poked the bear one too many times. Now you didn't get raped by it like you're in The Revenant with me and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
boy.
Yeah, Josh, I was going to tell you. Notice how he's more worried about you and mine and not Chayton, but you and mine's faults rather than his own. Notice how he's more worried about that.
Yeah, because it's called narcissism.
Yeah.
And if he says he's not a narcissist, well, August 3rd, you can show me you're not a narcissist. You can show the world you're not a narcissist at that point. By showing up on time with me and just bucking down and dealing with it. And dude, put it this way. If we don't resolve and we don't do about it like the way that you want to, at the end where we want to walk away, okay, we'll both walk away. We'll never talk again. What do you have to lose at this point, buddy? You already lost me as a friend. What more can you lose other than your own personal reputation?
Once again, worrying about other people's faults rather than his own. Point proven.
August 2nd, 3rd, whichever day we're going to do it. If Leon says, yeah, bring him in, bring him in. I can't force him to talk to you. I can't just randomly add you there because then most likely he'll leave the stream, so it'll be pointless. So it's better for him to agree and be a man about it if he says yes to meeting, doing the one-on-one with you as well. And that's up to him. I can't force anyone to say yes or add someone without the person's permission because that's not the type of person I am.
Yeah. To this stream, this will be, and I'm across my heart, hope to die. This will be the last time I'll be addressing to this certain pedophile endorsee. After that, I'm done.
Yeah. So for us, we don't like talking about the same person over and over. Like I said before in my last stream, after this, uh, we don't have anything much to say. We showed all the proof. It just whoever wants to be his friend is his friend, and whoever isn't is isn't. And just know that we have all the information on the streams. And if people want to kind of know who he is, they can see it and they can make their own decisions of who to associate with or who not. We're not here to tell people you can't hang out with certain people because that's not us. We just show the evidence, and if they want to be cool with that person, then that's on them, and that's all we could do. We can't repeat the same stuff over and over and over and make it less or more evil when it's already evil stuff. So we can't really show more unless there's more stuff that we found. But as of now, the main things are the shooting stuff, the lolicon stuff, the hedgehog lolicon stuff, the smasher pass. That's a lot of questions we're gonna ask to see why he was involved in that certain stuff. And I could only assume right now because it's just my opinion. But whenever he comes in, we're gonna ask all these questions and we're gonna see his viewpoint on all this, what's going on. And then after that, if he wants people to come in to kind of do a one-on-one civil conversation, because if it starts getting loud and yelling and bad words and this and that,
Shit
then
show.
I'll have to, yeah, I'm
And
gonna have
I'm
to
sorry
cut it
for
down.
kind of I'm sorry for being loud and mocking Leon, making fun of him on there. I apologize on that.
This is open chat, so you could
Yeah,
kind of say whatever, but as long as you
but
don't
yeah,
not show no damn guns.
it's like holy shit. Like, but yeah,
Yeah.
after this, I'm done this stressing. Cross my heart, hope to die, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna see if
Yeah.
he's willing the same. If not, it's whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
And well, he can do whatever he wants. He can make whatever stream he wants. He can run his mouth all he wants. But at the end of the day, it is him who is going to talk to you on August the 12th. I mean, not 12th. Fuck, 3rd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever it comes. I don't know which day exactly or what time, but I'm very reasonable. I listen and I'll ask questions, and then it's for me. Like I said, I'm very unbiased. My opinions are my opinions. No one changes my opinions. But there's people on the fence that don't know what to think if they're waiting for Leon to respond so they could kind of, okay, he said this, all right, I understand why he did this, or oh nah, fuck that, he didn't make no sense. I'd rather not be with him. So it just depends on what he says, and that's all we could do. They haven't touched any kids, they haven't done anything to children, so there's only the whole lolicon stuff, and based on that, it's tough to um, tell him that he's a predator or whatever. It's predatorial-ish, but it's not against. You can't get
Yeah,
arrested for smash and
I know.
pass shit.
But it's still kind of a red flag. It's still a risk factor at play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's red flags, but legally we can't do nothing. So, but we could call them out, online because they're a persona online. So we could let people know, hey, this guy likes this. If you're cool with that and you want to be around that, it's cool. If not, then it is what it is. But yeah, after whatever August 2nd, 3rd, we move on to other people. We're constantly looking at other people, so we don't like repeat making the same videos of the same people, same regurgitating the same stuff over and over when people could just go a week ago stream and hear what I said today or something. But yeah. But yeah, man, yeah, that's an interesting stream.
Yeah, I was just yeah
Yeah,
mocking.
Dorado. Yeah, don't be showing none of those things on the stream, man.
Yeah, I wasn't showing anything. I
Yeah, well,
wasn't showing.
good thing it wasn't.
Yeah, I accidentally showed my gun on the stream by accident. I shouldn't have done that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the accident part.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing myself.
That was an
Um,
accident. My camera does cut off because my fingers are too damn big when I'm trying to type certain things.
but why would you have it right next to you?
Yeah, that's like what I was about to ask.
Well, the saying is, it's better if you you have it when you don't need it than well than not have it when you do need it.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Well, next time, give us a
Yeah,
warning.
that was completely by accident because my big ass fingers. Yeah, I shouldn't have showed my gun by accident. Yeah,
It's all good. I
yeah,
don't think that.
yeah, that was completely by accident. Like for real, dude. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb as hell as for me. But yeah,
Hmm.
I had it with me. The reason why I have it with me, well, the reason is, well, to have it when I need it, and it's better to have it when I don't need it than to not have it when I do.
Hmm. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
always look at it. I only I always tell myself I only pull my gun out if I'm shoot to kill. Otherwise, it stays right where it is currently.
Yeah.
No. Them Texans always got the good guns.
Yep. Yes, sir.
More banana clips and everything.
Huh?
Banana clips, the big
Oh
old.
yeah.
Yeah, over here where I live, we only get I think 10 bullets. We can't get the extended clips.
Oh
So
yeah.
usually it's horrible. But yeah, Leon, yeah, let me know. You have me on this Instagram, Discord. You can let me know whenever. All right, hold on. Who's here? Do-do-do. Bueno.
Oh, hey, that's Roman J.
J Margera now. But what's up, guys?
Oh, okay. I was gonna. You were quiet for a little bit too long. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So
How's it going?
Leon is saying that you told him you were gonna murder him.
He threatened to.
Are you
He only
serious? He
said
said.
it was a figure. It was an expression. He said that he would kill him in a fist fight.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
That's what Jake.
I didn't know he was 6'3" and all that. But, dude, I can't stand this guy, man. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, oh my god.
he said you ran on Discord.
Yeah, don't listen to everything that he said. I just don't want anything to do with him. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he
I
kept.
did.
According to Roman J, Leon kept harassing him in the comments section. That's
Oh
pretty.
yeah, 100%, dude.
It's what's hilarious how he goes after people like Roman J and all the others, but he's afraid to go. He's afraid to confront YKJ, and he just makes excuses as to why he can't confront him.
Damn it.
Hmm. Well,
I'm not saying.
hopefully he says yes for on the third because that'll be the
Yeah.
best opportunity.
Yeah, I do this. It was like this whole problem I had with him was going on for like it's been going on for like 2 months, dude. Like
Oh,
this
damn.
whole thing, and I'm just like, dude, I can't can't deal with it, man.
Yeah, as long hey, I think I saw you. You were having a good time at the river, man. To
Oh,
get that stress out.
yeah,
I watch, like I said, I watch a lot of people. I watch you guys. I watch that Dragon Patriot guy. I watch a lot of you guys online. I have my phone, I have my laptop right here, and then my two screens, and then my phone. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
able to watch a lot of.
Speaking of Dragon Patriot knows about the Leon situation. He was disgusted by it. On his deleted stream that he had with me and everybody else before Daniel Rolfe doxed Brandon Anderson, he said, "Shame on you for allowing this in your Discord server. Shame on you for for doing this. I don't want to get involved with Leon's community, but shame on him for allowing these kind of people in the community. He doesn't want to get involved in it, but he is at the same time disgusted by it."
Well, that's fine. Everybody has their opinions. It's they can do what they want, man.
But yeah, after this stream, at this point, I mean, what's the point of going back and forth with the guy? I mean, honestly, he's going to say the same regurgitated garbage, you know, whiny crybaby SJW, and excuse my language, whiny crybaby SJW, faggot, or pussy bitch. He's going to say the same shit over and 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 over. It's no worth. It's not worth going back and forth with that.
Yeah.
And he's
true.
going to
Trust
worry
me,
about.
I'm the same way. Like, you know,
And he's
people
gonna
like,
he's going to worry about your situations more than he's going to worry about his own. Okay. After this, I'm telling you right now, I'm sticking to my word. I'm moving on from Leon. After that, he can make whatever video he want. He can make whatever stream, whatever he post. I don't care.
Yeah, I just
Because
blocked the dude.
in the end of the day, it's going to show that he's more obsessed over me than I am with him. But hey, yeah, Steve Machete didn't like his behavior either. Yeah,
When?
he didn't
Oh, yeah.
didn't like what Leon did. I've talked to Steve Machete on Discord. He didn't like it. He saw the your clips, the whole evidence and things. He didn't like it either.
Yeah, I've seen him, and yeah, he says he doesn't like it.
Even he didn't want anything to do with the guy.
Well, he did a couple of streams about him. Pretty funny.
Yeah. But yeah, after this, I'm just gonna call it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day.
Is Junko another person we cut ties? Oh,
Yeah, I understand, Chase. Hopefully, when you go to Massachusetts, you go into that round of 3 rounds against that other guy. That'll be a pretty interesting uh, stream or video if you do. Yeah, yeah. It's people change their mind. There's like I said before. There's a couple more people uh, that are still talking to him. People from what I hear, there's a couple people cut ties with them, which is like I said, they're to each their own. Let me see. Who the hell is this? We have oh shit. Is that Kevin? Fucking come on, man. I can't
Lord.
I can't have you put that image in here.
Wow. Okay.
I don't condone no taking many pills and stuff. What do you say? Did I? Why did I even put it on there? God damn it!
is that Adam?
Yeah. Him and Adam, I heard, are going low on each other, back and forth, and all that.
Who?
Kevin and Adam.
Oh yeah. I saw Adam's thing too, and I'm like, come on, Adam. You just said before that you weren't gonna do that stuff no more. And I know, and now it's both. They're both doing it to to go low on each other. Which that's why I say if you're gonna give it, you better learn how to
Adam's
take it. And
yeah, he's still doing the going low thing. I mean, don't listen. Like, honestly, if Adam like Adam can do and Kevin and Adam can do what they want. That's their feud, not mine.
okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well,
Yeah, he's been in the chat, Roman J. Like, don't worry about that.
Oh.
yeah, I don't block people on my chat. It's rare that I block anyone on my chat. They could, if they say something, you could respond. If you don't want to respond, you don't have to. I have yet to block anyone because of being mean to me or something, or Chayton or Eldorado or you, whoever comes in the stream, and people want to insult you or ask you a question that you might not want to answer. It's up to you to decide to answer or not. I'm not. We're all grown adults, and we're able to decide if we want to respond to it or not respond to it.
What do you got?
Answer a question or whatnot. Well, yeah, it's just the whole situation where, not everybody wants to, like okay, like I missed what Jordan and that one troll, the Rock wannabe, as Jordan said, was going at it. I'm like, you know, certain people you could try to talk some sense to them or try to say reason, and there's people that are not just going to listen. They're going to be dumb or whatever the fuck, you know, or they're just stuck in and they're just stuck in their ways too. That could just be another thing. They don't have to be like just dumb or whatnot. You know, it is what it is. And reason why I've been quiet, if anybody's wondering, because anybody knows me knows it takes a lot for me to shut up. I'm playing fucking Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War right now.
That's a good game.
I'm currently
I really
waiting.
like that game.
I'm currently waiting on my girl to come back because boyfriend duties, laundry. It was laundry day, so while she was at work and I was off, I did laundry. So got done with the laundry. Now I wait. I'm not even home right now. It's one of the reasons I also had to pick up my phone because I don't have my laptop with me, because otherwise I would just hopped onto my laptop from here. But I just have my phone hooked up so I can still hear and say my piece when need be.
For sure. Yeah,
But like,
no.
you know, yeah, you don't need to, like, you know, I don't like, okay, like there are people like it's the same thing. There are people that, you know, I don't like that, you know, Sabi has a chat. I don't have an issue with that. Vice versa, same thing. If it's like the other way around, you know, it's just like we just, you know, like we all have like, I personally, like I'm just right now just wanting more concrete answers, but like some of us have issues with Leon, and he's in the chat, he's free to speak. No one's bitching or pitching a fit over that. You know, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I don't kick no one out. I talk like this, and if people are upset on the chat, I'm very calm when it comes to things like this, because if I start yelling and start doing all this calling names, then I lose credibility as well, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the other person's mind, and if I start insulting them, they're gonna start shutting down.
Yeah, that's like when we were me and we were talking about the whole phone call with that one individual when he admitted or when he said everything, right? That's like the same thing I could say regarding that is that like, you know, like I tried to, even though like we were just wondering about the agent, I was trying to speak to him as calmly, but then after a while, man, I started getting a little agitated because he wasn't giving a straight answer, so I was kind of irritating me because I'm like, it's a simple answer. You know, what was the age?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's like sometimes I'll have to raise my voice to get my point across. Some people, when they're too stupid or just too afraid to answer a question. But on the other hand, I can also understand why that would make things worse if they are fucking doing that. And trust me, I've raised my voice at people before, so I'm not saying that I've not done it, you know, and all that when it gets to a certain extent. So, but you know, sometimes you gotta be that calm person. That's like even with the whole Leon thing, I would only be on that stream, one, if I had time, two, if I'm like not doing anything like that day or whatnot, anything important. And my whole thing would just be, even if I said after the stream, oh, I'm cutting ties with Leon or whatnot, right? I'm not going to come in here and just say, oh, you fucking piece of shit, fuck you fucking blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to be like, you know, I'm just like, I'd still try to be fair and get and put order of people, but Slavi has it down pat, so I don't need to worry about that, because, you know, that's one thing I would say is that some people just need to, you know, leave their anger at the door because it's not their stream. If they want to make a stream and he wants to come in, then go at it. It's your channel. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. But with respect,
I'm glad you like that picture.
What's going on?
No, the picture that Eldorado has is of Leon, and Leon said he likes it. But yeah, like if you talk loud or you start yelling at the person, it's pointless. You're not going to get anything out of it. It's better to have a civil conversation, let him say what he needs to say, and then let the public decide what they want to believe. And if they believe it, then that's on them. If they don't believe it, that's on them. But he's gonna have a say on the
because
allegations.
I'll look at it this way. I'll point it out this way. So let's say El Dorado did the stream, right? I'm just using him because that's the best way I could describe it from this. And the whole thing is you and Leon yelling at each other for 30, 45, an hour and a half, what have you. Nothing's going to get solved. There's not going to be resolution there. And if you try to say, well, I just wanted to roast him. Okay, but maybe there are some people that want to know what Leon was going to say, and he couldn't because everybody was fighting. That's also the reason why I'm saying this to Leon. Don't look at the chat. Don't acknowledge it. Don't do anything. If Sloppy wants to ask a question from the chat, then yes, but just fucking focus on the conversation. Don't focus on any of these because I'm sure it's not just going to be people who have voices, who fucking are real people. There are probably going to be trolls in the chat trying to stir shit up, like earlier with that wannabe rock person, for example. My point is, though, is that you cannot fucking, because if you let the chat dictate what you're going to do, and I'm going to be real here, you've let, regardless of what you could say about El Dorado or Brandon or whoever the fuck else, you have let these people get under your skin and all that. And do not take this the wrong way, El Dorado. I'm just going to be perfectly blunt here. You are supposed to be a leader of a group, but yet you have simpletons fucking getting under your skin. Like El Dorado, I'm gonna be honest with you. You could call me every name in the book. It's not gonna fucking faze me. You could say the lowest shit you could say to me right now. I'm not gonna get all hyped up or fucking retort it. Either A, I'm probably just gonna give you a sarcastic joke, or the most likely thing I'm gonna do is be like, what? You were saying what? I can't hear you. I don't speak, not saying this to you, Dwight, but I'm just saying that I don't speak stupid. What have you. My point is, though, is that you're like Leon is letting simpletons get to him. And if he could let simpletons get to him, then what's stopping from someone then anybody with a big intellect could look at that and say, oh, this guy's gonna be small fry. He ain't gonna be an issue to fuck with. Like if these morons could do it, then so could I. And I'm not going to need to fucking have any effort. I'm not going to build any effort to doing that. It's one of the reasons when I've had conversations with people in the past. Only a few people I could say where I get to a point where, and yes, I've had, I guess you would say, relapses where sometimes, very rarely, some of these idiots will get to me. Very rarely. I'll admit that. I'm not going to say I'm perfect or the end-all, be-all to everything because I'm not. But there's only a few people I can say, okay, we can have a good conversation and and even if we have to, go at it, it's an even fight. Not, it may be like that. If it's like some of these people out there, it's just nothing. It doesn't faze me. Like, as I pointed out, let's see. How I respond here compared to how I respond there is going to be different to answer your question. Well, I hope so, because but here's the other thing. Okay, so this is a question. Actually, this is a good question. Okay, so if you are going, why can't you answer it both ways, typing or speaking? Because then you're going to have that perception with people saying that you have balls and you act like you're a big tough guy typing, but when you're fucking on the fucking panel, and again, I'm not calling you this, I'm saying this from the perspective of people, then people are going to be like, oh, look at this bitch. He has all the bravado and all the thing when he's talking to himself or talking in a chat, but when he's on a stream, he's a fucking quiet as a mouse. Again, not calling you that. My point is that is the perception that people are going to have of you because of how you're acting on here right now, as we see right here.
Well, I'm hoping that the second guy shows up on here instead of the first guy. I don't want the yelling part because then it's gonna defeat the purpose. Yeah,
Who yelling? Who yelling?
Leon, like you said, are you gonna be the first one or the second one? Kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You said I want him to be the second guy, the one that's more level-headed and
Well,
is gonna
yeah, I want
respond
that too, but like again, the perception of people. They're gonna see this like this stream right now. They're gonna look at this chat and see everything that Leon and Elder have been saying, that all that.
right.
It's
Oh.
that perception.
Mhm.
Okay. Like everybody, like okay, for example, like they're like people can see the two sides of me, if you will, in on here. See that the bravado, the swagger, the charisma, what have you, right? And then they see me on like a man that could literally post, like have a picture of his what do you call it, his shirtless pic at the beach and have it as a profile picture. But then there's the side which is more closer to me than the bravado side, where I'm serious. I'm trying to fucking be, I guess, the level-headed individual in this equation. Because sometimes some motherfuckers do need a level-headed person around them, because all they have around them is idiots. Like that's like the thing. Like they're like, I've seen the thing. Going guns blazing goes nowhere, so you're better off being level-headed. So I said, I agree. I just don't understand the idea of the chat compared to this. Like what, like that is good. That is the part that I'm kind of confused by, because I could come in here like Sloppy's seen this. I could talk shit in the chat, and I'll come in, and if I feel the need to, I'll come in and fucking talk shit to you, like voice to voice, basically. It's not man to man, because we're on a fucking computer or phone wagon, right?
Yeah.
Sloppy's seen this. I'm sure Eldorado's seen this. Jay, I don't know you, so I don't think you've seen that. But I could come in here, and if I need, I could say something in the chat, and I could say something to your face. So the perception of that is that I could say it in chat, I could say it to your face, verbatim, or like in that sense, or verbally. Excuse me. But and then I could come in here also and say, be the level-headed person in the chat, like I was earlier before I came in, and then come in as I have today and been the level-headed one in this equation. Go ahead, Eldorado.
I just noticed a disturbing comparison. I'm now beginning to be like, it's now beginning to be, the comparison between me and Leon going back and forth. It's now becoming to grow a gross similarity to Kevin and Arthur.
Eldorado, let me ask you a question. I'm not trying to say anything, but let me ask you, do you want to be like that?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh no. That's what I realized.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've always tried to tell people, is not to be like, and it's not just them, it's anybody who has like
and I'm just saying I don't want to be like that. I'm not bashing on Kevin, saying I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like Kevin, to where having to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with Arthur, I get it. Sometimes it's fun to shit on Arthur, but that I'm like, oh no.
How long have they had their beef?
What was that, Jay?
How long have they been beefing with each other?
Years, from my understanding.
That's one of the reasons why I'm like, dude, I do not want to drag this whole problem I have with Leon on for who knows how long. I want it to be cut and done. That's it.
Me either.
Like, let me ask you, do anybody want like, whether you hate somebody or not, do you really want to spend the rest of your time on here or on in life, what have you, wasting your time talking about whoever? Like,
no.
Jay, I know we've first time we've been introduced, but I'll ask you the same question.
Am I hearing two different people on the same channel?
Well, it's four people on the stream.
I thought I was hearing two people on Shane's profile. Okay. Yeah, what's up, Sloppy?
What's up?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll even say this with Sloppy. I don't think Sloppy's intention was to continue this whole situation with that one person. And a year later, the only reason why it's being addressed right now is because, like, I would even say that. Like, that's why I stopped. I said my piece regarding everything. I went a little long. I'll admit myself even at that point, and I've just been like, okay, I've done everything I need to do. Like at this point, I'm not telling people pick sides. I'm not telling people do whatever. The CD information there, and I'm leaving it at that. Anybody wants to continue on or talk a shit about me or what have you, go for it. I don't give two shits. But like,
Peyton, with all due respect, I do not care about your little civil war with the BHC. To be honest with you, I think it's fucking stupid.
First off, it's like that part of it's been done with on my end. I can't say the same for anybody else, but that's been done with on my end. One of the reasons why I've really not mentioned anything by name because it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Basically, I'll tell it to you like this. Like I stopped caring. I stopped caring about that. You know, I did everything I needed to do, left it at that. I moved on. There's not like I got the people around me that I care about, whether that's online or offline, what have you. They matter more to me than some stupid civil war or whatever. The only civil war I'm interested in right now is the bloodline civil war going on in wrestling right now. That's about to happen when certain people come back. That's literally the only civil war I'm interested in right now. Or Civil War, the movie that came out a couple of months ago. That was actually really fucking good. But besides that, those are the only civil wars I care about right now. That's basically I could say it like this. That is a distant memory for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm about ready to go.
Basically, I'll tell you, like basically layman's terms, don't be like some other people and just continue beefing with each other for years on years.
Yeah, I don't want to be the back and forth. I don't like this whole Leon. I don't want to be like how Kevin and Arthur is back and forth. I'm like, oh God,
well,
no.
They're not the only ones. Like let's be honest here. Back in the day with like Daniel and Otaku, they were attacking each other. They were buddies and they were attacking each other. It's like, do you really want to be like that? Like, or even Eldorado, you may know this more than anybody. You were there during that period. Daniel's obsession with me. Do you want that to be the like your situation or whatever? Do you want to be like Daniel in that regard?
Hell no, I don't want to be like that. I ain't nobody. I'm telling right now, I don't got time for that. I mean, yeah, there are times where I go back and forth, but I don't want to do that forever, okay? I got a life, I got a job, okay? I got shit to worry about, okay? This internet shit and all that, it's for fun and all that shit, fun and games. Sometimes I take it a little too far, I admit, and I have fucked up earlier. I will admit to that, so, yeah. Earlier, I made up...
Like the only reason why I even want Leon to address this because again it's just I want to hear his side, no character, no bullshit, just Chris, not some fucking character, right? That's the only reason because otherwise because there's a lot of things I don't understand from his end that I'd rather him say it like how he's gonna say on Sloppy's stream. That's the only reason why. Because again, I've been cool with Leon. You know, he's not done anything wrong to me per se, like, you know, directly. And I've also been very open about my criticisms of this, of how he's handled the situation as of late, even like within the chat today. And that's my opinion. And if like, you know, I'm not going to come in here and call Leon names or anything like that. I'm just going to be real. Do I believe also, I remember, I think I've talked about, Dan and I talked about this one time when we were on your, well, I think we were separately on your stream, Sloppy, but like, have I openly said that some of his members are cult-like in a way, how they follow him? Yeah. Yep. You know, those are my opinions. I don't mean that in any real disrespect. It's just an opinion. Like, you could disagree, you could tell me why you think I'm wrong, and we can have a civilized conversation. If you want to go at like, you know, it's like, for example, I know Leon said a lot of shit about Dan. You want to know why I've never brought that up? Because I know that that doesn't bother him. You know, we're not regarding Leon, but regarding Dan. So, like, I'm not going to get involved in other people's quarries just because of the fact that, oh, he's my friend, you know, like that. It's like the beef with like when you and fucking Leon were going at it before you all talked. Like, I gave my opinion on it, and then other than that, that was about it. It was more towards Leon.
Right.
I just, I'm not going to get involved with that situation because it's not my place, and all that. All I could do is there's a difference between giving your opinion on a matter and getting involved. And and anybody could disagree with me, but I would say that my thing, that how I've been treating this whole situation is from an observation standpoint, not a volatile standpoint or anything like that.
Yeah, you mean like how Dragon Patriot just gave his opinion on the situation, and like how Steve Machete gave his opinion on the situation.
Exactly. That's exactly, like, there is nothing like and I'll say this, like, if Leon took my opinion, got all pissed off about it, like, hey, if you want to get pissed off by an opinion that doesn't agree with yours, that's your problem. That ain't mine.
Right.
You could. I'm not saying he's called me anything, but you can call me every name in the book. It's not going to I'm not going to get all up in arms and go back and forth, like, and I don't mean no disrespect on this El Dorado, but I'm not going to be like El Dorado and Leon and go back and forth and just keep calling each other names and whatnot. I'm just going to be like, cool, bro. You think what you want. I still stand by my opinion, and you've not really done anything to change my mind about it. That's just how I would handle it. And again, I'm not telling anybody to handle it the same way, but to be honest, there would be a lot more less bullshit going on, because us talking shit back and forth to whoever is not going to solve a goddamn problem.
Nope. No, not even. So like me, when I made my first streams about Leon, it was just me telling him, "Hey, I'm disappointed. Kind of messed up, hypocritical, this and that." Expressing my disappointment towards what I found out. And I didn't insult him until someone sent me a community post that he started calling me the F word or something like that, and I'm like, all right, well, if you want to insult me, then I'm able to insult that, because I tried not to insult people when I'm talking about them. I use the facts that I have on my hand or on computer, and that's what I use to defend myself or call the person out. I'm not. If I insult a person, then it's just defeats the purpose. I'm making fun of them, whatever. It's not gonna prove anything until I show the proof of what the person's doing. So when when most of my streams, they start off normal, calling them, making my points and showing the proof, and then if I see that, like, he came in a couple of times and started saying some slurs and stuff like that, I'm like, all right, you're saying some slurs, and I could respond back with a couple of slurs back and then move on, because I try not to insult people, even if they're Preds or alleged Pred sympathizers. I try to show the facts and then let other people decide. And I try, I'll throw a couple of jabs here and there, but for the most part, I'll try to be as less insulting as possible. Well, you know what I mean?
Well, I even look at it from this point of view. I don't know how old Jay is. El Dorado, how old are you, man?
27.
All right, so I'm
just about to turn that too.
All right, so that's about the same. I'm about to be 30. I'm about to be 30 in a couple of months, right? I'm getting too old for this shit. To quote the great Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon, getting too old for this shit. Like, I look at other people, whether they're in their 30s or 40s or whatnot, and they've had, and it could be anybody thinking that it's this thing or that thing is fucking just reaching for straws at this point. But I see people like that fucking arguing and spending time on the fucking internet, fucking doing whatever. act like a complete moron. And these are people older than even some of us. And I'm like looking at it, and I'm like thinking, do I really want to be like that when I'm that age? Do I really want to be fucking somebody who just is acting like a fucking child at fucking 35 years old or 40 or 45 or whatever the fuck, right? You know,
that's a recipe to become a lolcow at this point.
Well, not even that. It's just the idea of it's lack of maturity. Because if you act like this, let me ask you something, Eldorado. Because I've seen how you act on here in the past. Do you act like this in real life?
No. There are sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on the situation. That often. I do this shit on the internet because it's, like fun sometimes. It's fun to click around, fuck around and just goof around and all that shit. But in real life, I'm a lot more serious and a lot more kept to myself, a lot more different, a lot more professional.
Yeah. Well, like even with me, I know when to have fun. I know when to be serious. That's just, it's the whole thing, like it's the idea of, you're like, I've always said this even on my, for me, my persona on here, I guess you would say, is like me notch up to 1,000. Anybody who knows me in real life, they know that, yeah, I like to joke around, have a good time, but they know when I'm fucking serious, I'm fucking serious. It's not like it's all that. And sometimes I also wonder, when I look at people on like where they act like this, I always think to myself, do they act even a fraction of this? And I'm talking the ones that act like complete morons. I'm not really talking about like, me or Sloppy or whoever else. I'm just saying this in general. Like, do they act like complete morons on like I said, no wonder why they're on the internet, because they can't. Maybe that's the only place where they can find friends, because nobody wants to be with a 30-something, 40-something. I'm just saying friends. I'm not even saying about women or whatnot. That acts like a complete fucking, and excuse my language for anybody who gets offended by this, but a complete fucking retard. It's just it's the idea of.
On that one, I was thinking of the same thing, but you're about to say a retard.
Yeah, it goes back to the idea of perception. Like anybody, like for example, I've been away. Besides, like I do some stuff with David, I do some stuff with Jordan, but like outside that little happy birthday thing to Jordan yesterday, I've been away. I've been doing live. I've been doing whatever. Anybody who's friends with me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever can attest to this, right? My point is regarding that is that like, I've been away. I still watch when I can. I do all that. I got more important things in life to do. Like, again, the only reason why I am what do you call it, doing this right now and being on here for as long as I have is my girls. We kind of moved everything out, so it's kind of not a lot to do here. It's bored, but I wanted to get my 2 cents because I haven't really discussed this in a while. And it's just the idea that it's a rarity when I come on here and talk about shit. If I'm with my girl, I'm coming on something. I'm gonna come on to have fun, not talk about shit that doesn't affect my day-to-day life. I don't see Leon or the other person down the street, and all that. I have my own opinions. If I saw that person, and if the mom asked me for a picture, what my opinion or my response would have been, I would have been like, "Ma'am, no disrespect, but go fuck yourself. I'm not taking a picture with that piece of shit." That's just my thing. Because I'm like thinking, if you're allowing him to walk among the civilization, even if you have him on a leash or all that man should be in a padded cell or fucking be behind prison walls. He shouldn't be out in the open, in the public eye, if you will. So at that point, I discredit you as a mother at that point. And again, not really trying to go be like someone talk shit about someone's family, but if you let that person out in the open, if you know, I don't know if she knows, so that will be something I'll add to that. If you don't know, then okay, I'll retract what I said. But if you do know, then I really don't look at you. I look at you basically the same way as I would look at that person, except you didn't do the act. So it's like these people don't affect and like most everybody on here. Let's be honest here. There's only a few people that I interact with in streams that I can see out in the public. Some people will be willing to come down here and chill or whatnot. Okay, fine. But like I only see a few people that I interact with on their daily life. So everybody else doesn't really affect me. Like I'm like, oh my God. Like I don't like what you talked about earlier, Eldorado, about that supposed civil war. I didn't go sleep thinking about it. I didn't go fucking talk to a lot of people about it. I just, I said what I needed to say on air, left it at that. Didn't need to worry about it. Same thing goes with this. I don't worry about like no offense, Eldorado, but I don't worry about what you're doing. I don't worry
care.
About you don't need to be defensive, Eldorado. I'm just
it's not defensive. Just letting you know. I'm just letting you know, bro. Yeah, I don't really care if anybody is worried about me or not, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, but their life is regardless. But yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, this surprisingly went pretty calm. I like this. I wish it was more like this.
We're supposed to be calm. We're not. We're upset, but by yelling, it's not going to improve anything. So having a decent conversation with people is always. It goes further than yelling at each other.
All right, yeah. Despite me and you, Chayton, not able to see eye and eye, and especially on certain situations, I could say, there are some common grounds we do agree on. And yeah.
That's like what even when I was critiquing certain things earlier, I'm not doing it just to get a reaction or to attack you or anything. I'm just being fair. I could say the same, like basically what I told you about how the handling of the Leon situation. I could tell Leon the same thing. If anything regarding anything you learn from here, I'm a fair person. I'm not like and all that. Like even with Jay, I don't know really Jay. All that. I heard from him. I think when he was, or not heard from her about him. I think back when him and Otaku were beefing. I don't know if they're still beefing. I don't care. But like,
Otaku? Oh, dude, he hasn't even responded. That's the thing. It's pointless for me to like.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
guy.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him. Like, well, I don't keep in contact with him. I'm subscribed to his channels. I find him entertaining. He's a meme, just like some other people.
He's so hardcore AEW, man. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm like I've even as someone who is a very I wouldn't say hardcore AEW fan, but as someone who has been a big fan of AEW myself, I've even fucking given up on certain things because I just just bullshit's been going on with them. But like regarding that is like, go ahead.
I just said Otaku's most likely a lolcow. I don't really pay too much attention to the guy. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know Jay Margera has an issue with, Otaku in the past,
And the thing is, though, all the problems I had with Otaku was like things that happened like mostly like 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah. And
that's a lot of us really. My issues with Otaku was like fucking. And honestly, that was due to some, like, ironically, that's actually how I mentioned this earlier, that's how I met Dan, or how I became familiar with Otaku, is when I met Daniel way back in the day. I guess this is going back 4 years, and all that. It's like I met a lot of these guys through fucking some bullshit that was going on. And I've been able to get some good friendships out of the bullshit that we met through, but then there's other people that I just kind of looked at how they are and looked how they are as people, and I just left them on the sidelines because I just they're not really worth the time. Let's see.
Okay. All right.
I would just say to everybody who comes in that stream, if they come in and Leon's okay with it, like just be mature and be fucking civil. If it like, and I mean, I'll say this to Leon too. I'm not just saying this to fucking fucking the other people. Just fucking don't be like some people out there fucking just start yelling, crying, fucking yelling again, and all that other shit. That's not towards any particular person. That's a good amount of people. Just don't fucking yell and then cry victim when you fucking get offended and fucking yell again. It's like fucking just be civil. If you don't have anything to say that you can't be civil, then don't come the fuck in. That's the best way I can describe it.
Like I could say the chat. If Leon says that he can't see the chat when he's online, then you could write whatever. If it's a question that it's a valid question, I want to read it. But if it's an insult or something, most likely I'm not going to read it. I'm going to be truthful right now. If it's a valid question that is a question that should be, asked, I'll most likely read it. But if it's something, oh, you're this, you're that, I might giggle a little bit on the insult, but I won't ask them the question or tell them what the insult was, because then it's going to deter the whole conversation, and then he might want to respond to whoever, and it's gonna turn into some crazy stuff. And I'm hoping it's not a long ass stream, because it might be on a Saturday, and Saturdays I tend to hang out with the family. So
I get that.
Yeah.
I just hope for one thing. If it goes haywire, all we need is a new Grammy winning song from Zexio. For that. that's the only thing we need and all that. I hate that song that the song he sang was so catchy. That's the one thing I'll be like, I hate that. It's like fucking. It's I'm glad that he actually made it into a little short little thing, like just that clip, and put it as a video. I did like that. I think I even time stamped it too, so it was like that.
Yeah.
If you make a
what's up, Jay?
If you call out ODP, online dating pair, he'll make a diss rap about you. It's pretty funny.
Oh, I seen he did something to you, and
I couldn't take it seriously at all. It's hilarious.
Yeah, like I don't know much about him, but I guess he made one for Dragon, and then you, and then I think Steve.
Yeah, he like 2 on Steve.
That's crazy.
But I'm gonna get out here, guys, because I got laundry's already done. Like at least the last load's already done, and we're gonna be getting on the road again soon. So
damn, you've been in the laundromat the whole time.
Yeah.
She has a laundry, a washer and dryer at her old place. So we just came over here to do that so we can fucking just get that done and all that. So, but yeah, we gotta get that done, put in the thing, and fold it once we get back home. But yeah, pleasure, gentlemen. I'm glad that for the most part this conversation went pretty well. Little hiccups here and there, but that's what happens in these situations, especially with a long stream like this. But y'all have a good night, guys, and until next time, ta-ta for now. Later.
I'm about ready to leave myself. I got work tomorrow, and I got work so I can't stay up too late. Well, I'm glad this thing turned civil, despite us not liking each other, people not liking each other. I'm glad that we can be civil. That I'm 100% happy about, and that is what the things should be.
Of course, that's what I try to have it here. In my streams, pretty chill. It might get a little loud a little bit once in a while, but it depends. It just depends who's on the stream. Some people can't hold their anger. Some can. I try to hold my anger because I don't like yelling too much.
Like that earlier, but yeah. But yeah, like Chase wants me to do a funny voice before I go. Like I said, weird.
What are you doing here?
You're going here, like I said.
What are you doing? Well, I thought you were in what is it, Drama Queenian land or something like that.
Okay, no. Shut your Esau looking ass up.
All right.
All right, man. All right, you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, have a good night.
Come on. What's up?
So you got your interview with Leon on the 3rd.
Yeah, depends. I don't know yet. He says he gets paid on the 2nd, so I don't know what he needs to buy for the 3rd. So,
Trust me, dude.
yeah.
I wish all the things, like the bad things that I say, I wish that just never happened to begin with.
Hmm.
But it is what it is, you know. It's just shit happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. It's bad. Arguing with someone for a long period of time, it does mess with your mental health, and then some
It's like I
people
want
tend
to
to.
apologize for the bad things that I said, but the thing that's coming into my mind is Stone Cold Steve Austin giving out the middle finger right now. It is what it is.
Hey, everybody has their decisions to make when it comes to who they want to apologize, and it's up to the person. Me, I don't think I need to apologize to him because I didn't really do anything to him, but I feel that he needs to apologize to a couple people, but that's on him depending on how he feels and how he wants to take accountability. If he wants to take accountability, we will find out August 3rd. Find out August 3rd. Like a promo and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. It's just
You want
dude,
to.
I didn't want to associate myself with him on Discord.
Mm,
I don't know, man. It's just I didn't want to deal with him.
right. Yeah, everybody has a choice of who they want to associate with. Sometimes the people you associate might not um, be good for you, and some might, some people want to be with those people because they've been with them for many, many years, and it's tough for them to separate themselves from them. So, no matter what, I'm sure after the stream in August 3rd or 2nd, whatever it is, there's gonna be people that are still gonna say, "Oh, Leon didn't do anything wrong. It was the Serbian guy and stuff like that." So it. But my main thing is to show people his side of the story, and then they could decide. That's the main thing for me because I already showed my side. Now he has to show his side, and then the audience decides what they want to do at the end of the
Is that
day.
a picture of Daniel Wolf?
Yeah, yes.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's when he tried to show his teeth and they're all yellow.
Oh man. See, the dealing with Daniel Wolf is even like, oh man, like I just, oh
Yeah, he's another guy that we don't really like, but he hasn't showed up so on any stream or anything, so we don't really mess with him until he comes back because we don't like beating a horse when it's down or a dead horse.
I feel like if you were to do an interview with Daniel Wolf, he'll just flake out.
Yeah, he'll cry a couple times and then he'll leave the stream and then come back and then cry some more and then blame it on the liberals and then say that Google was hiding his Google account searches. It won't go anywhere, and people already seen what he's done. So it's kind of pointless to have him, explain himself when we all know the stuff he has done, and it's pointless for me to have him here crying for an hour and a half or something. So
Yeah.
but yeah, man. And hopefully, like I said, if anyone has questions, if you watch this all the way to the end, if you guys have any questions you want me to ask Leon, leave them in the comments after the stream. I'll make sure to write them down. And then if you don't have any, then on the day of, you guys could write it on the live chat. And if it's a valid question, then I'll read it. But if it's not a valid question, I don't want to turn it into a shit show like last time and yelling and screaming and all this nonsense. So hopefully it's better this time than when we had a Junko interview when I had added like 6 people and
Wait,
everybody
you've
was
talked
just
to
yelling.
Junko?
Huh?
You've actually talked to Junko?
Well, I was the one that interviewed him a while back on my streams. The one that says interview with Junko. That was where
Oh,
he admitted the whole. Well, he admitted a year ago, I think, a year or two ago about it, but not a lot of people really did much until just last
dude,
year. That
that was so disgusting of what he did.
yeah, it's and the sad part is people still defend saying that he's a changed man, and you can't really change in a year. That's
Yeah, it's like
very
a
very tough.
permanent marker. You know, it's not like a,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a
exactly. Yeah.
stain.
Yeah, yeah. It's not gonna. You're not gonna get better in a year. When it comes to that, because he had a lot of stuff going on in his mind. Just not just that. He had like depression. He had an addiction of women doing sexual intercourse, and
Oh,
and
pornography.
so yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going in his mind, and him trying to better himself, and then knowing that he doesn't have any friends because of this situation, and then a year later they come back to his life. He's not gonna try anymore because in his mind he's like, oh well, I have my friends back. I don't need to try as much anymore. Instead of not having his friends and fighting to regain their friends, but they're already his friends, so it kind of defeats the purpose of him bettering himself if the friends are back in his life.
Yeah. What about Kyle Hawkins?
Man, that guy's another guy. Uh, Very unstable individual. He does a lot of very outlandish things that their group called out. You know, the whole
Uh-huh.
lolicon stuff, the whole harassing children, threatening, harassing women, stuff like that. They were calling people out for those actions, but then they had this guy that did the same stuff, and that's the main reason that I also called him out, because I would watch Leon's videos before, and he will call out. You know, he called out Daniel. He called out a couple other people for their bad doings. Not knowing that he had one of his friends doing the same exact thing, and then later, just past what, a couple
See,
weeks, I
that's
found
that's
out.
just the hard. That's the thing. It's hard for me to forgive Leon because of who he associates with, mainly.
Right, right. Yeah, and exactly. Like maybe, then what caught me off guard was the whole him. I guess that whole smash and pass thing, right? Well, one of the characters in that smash or
Amy.
pass was a minor, and the video it says, "Hey, who put this minor in there? Oh, don't tell me. Leon is the one that put it in here." And I think the character was 13 years old.
He probably forgot to put the look up the characters' ages on the description,
Yep,
so he probably just guessed
and that's not a good
based on
thing. Guessing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, guessing on the age when it comes to showing it to people online, it's not a good thing. You got to investigate who you're gonna do this smash or pass. Like if it was adult people or even adult anime character, no one was gonna say nothing. But when it's
Right.
a character that's 13 years old, 14 years old, that's when people are like, wait a minute,
Yeah, I
what the
saw
hell's
Brandon
going on?
Skeleton's live stream on that. So
Yep. Yeah, and it's tough. That's why next week, I think, yeah, next week we'll have a conversation. We're gonna ask all these questions about the whole Kyle, Junko, Lolicon, Zoophile stuff. Um, there's gonna be a lot of
Zoophile.
questions. Well, the Sonic the Hedgehog Smasher Pass.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's a couple of questions I want to ask about that, and if people online want to ask questions about certain things, then they could ask, and then if he wants to do a one-on-one with other people, uh, if
Wait,
he
how
says
long have
yes,
you known this guy, by the way?
me,
Because I've only known
me,
this guy for maybe like 9 months at most.
yeah, but pretty much the same amount. Like a lot of these people, I've met them maybe a year ago.
Because I've only known him because he called me out about Wrestling Otaku's old YouTube channel being terminated, and he supposedly think I celebrated it. But I'm
I
like,
would,
dude, I'd be popping bottles if I were to celebrate.
right? Yeah, no,
Smoking
it's.
ganja.
I know a little bit of that guy Otaku from Steve. Uh,
Yes,
I just
Otaku
can't.
man. Oh,
You're sending slinks. Oh
he
man,
just treats life like it's pro wrestling, dude.
yeah. Yeah. My thing is I can't get over how small his teeth are.
Well, the thing I have problems with Otaku mostly is the Aqua situation.
Who? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was apparently 16 at the time.
Man.
The dude was 30. I think he was already like 34.
Yeah,
And he thinks
I heard.
because, age of consent being 16, he can just go for it.
Yep,
And
and
that's
that's the
his
bad
state,
part.
though.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
my
that's the
state,
bad
it's
part.
18.
Yeah, in my state too, it's 18. But that's the bad part about the age of consent in different states, because you could go to one state and it's legal, and then you go to the different state and it's illegal.
But I also thought it was like you have to be within the 4-year gap or something
Yeah,
like that at that point.
like a Romeo and Juliet law and stuff like that. There's a lot of loopholes. There's a lot of loopholes when it comes to these type of things. You could also sign a
Did you
parent
see the Pokemon video?
the underwear one, the one he's
Yeah.
sniffing underwear. Yeah,
That was so weird, man.
kind of weird. Yeah, that's why when Steve puts videos on Otaku, I'm there to watch, because it's just cringy as hell, and then I can't I can't.
Dude, Steve in Linguini God literally stalked Otaku.
Let's see. Mike Honcho, is it you, Dan? I don't want to get porn bomb at the end of the stream.
Yes, yes, man. How's my audio? Is it bad?
All right, it's good.
Rebels.
Okay.
Mike Honcho, how's it going? Oh, I like the profile.
I posed for Playgirl magazine. I spread my butt cheeks open and everything. No, I like your streams because they're mostly civil. I've seen you get upset once, but we've talked about that. And
Right.
the person that did that is a master of pissing people off.
Yeah.
But and as much as I'm over walking around, but as much as I try to like be civil and get, just have a conversation, have an opinion, people get very upset. I use a different kind of verbiage, and some people think it's me trying to be superior, and it's not. I'm not gonna dumb myself down because you don't know big fucking vocabulary. Sorry,
Right.
go fuck yourself. But I think one of the big problems and why all this stuff starts and escalates even worse is because people get messages, much like I do. I was
Right.
sitting at the house, and you would not believe the message that I got about so-and-so is saying this about you and this and that. And I said, I don't care. Well, he called you this. I don't care. I blocked it, said, whatever, fuck off. I don't care. There's an antagonization thing, and people want to like instigate. And if you're stupid enough to fall for it, you're stupid enough to fall for it.
Right.
I went and looked back to the conversation you and I had about this particular subject, and I don't think I was utterly brutal about anything. I had an opinion. I did mention cult-like behavior. I did mention prior conversations. But I don't, it's okay to have an opinion. If you're going to put yourself out here, Sloppy, people have opinions on you.
Yeah, all the time.
You don't let it get to you, but you're an adult.
Yeah.
And some people just can't handle that. I know people don't like me. Okay. Well, you're not paying my internet bill. And I know what kind of man I am when I look in the mirror. I know that I work a 9 to 5 and I bust my ass and I do my job. And I don't know. Until you're paying my bills, you don't get to tell me shit.
That's true.
But if you're going to put, look, I put myself out there as well. I put my face out there. I put myself out there to be publicly criticized. So I accept that. My frustration is there are people that get very upset because others have an opinion. Then don't put your face out there. Don't put your content out there. Ultimately, you want a hug box, and that's just not how it works. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people, well, from what I've seen, a lot of people, when they make a stream and it's most of their followers, they're expecting the followers to be like, yeah, you're right, and they get upset if there's one or two guys like, no, I think that's wrong, and then they block them. And
yeah, I don't understand that.
Me personally, go ahead.
No, I welcome that. I welcome that. Like, no, I don't agree with you. Okay, you and I are the perfect example, right? You know that I'm conservative. I'm that guy. And
Right.
as you said last time, you lean more to the left, like you're more of a liberal. And cool, more power
Yeah,
to
I'm a
you.
conservative too.
And
Fuck
but,
you
but again,
guys.
but that's the best. But that's the best way to have a conversation. Like I can sit there and okay, well, tell me why you believe this. Okay,
Right.
well, I understand that. Well, this is why I believe this. And what just happened? Oh my God, we just had a free thinking conversation that has expanded both of our intellects. Wow, what a concept. Maybe you don't agree with what I'm saying, and maybe I don't agree with what you're saying, but now you and I have a different perspective that we didn't have going in, which will in turn help us evolve our thinking in the future. Is that such
Right.
a hard concept to understand? I don't think so.
Yeah,
No,
but a lot of people here. A lot of people here. They want to just get like a yes, get yes men, and when they don't get it, that's when they start freaking out. And because if there's someone more intelligent or has better points, they freak out and they don't know what to do, and that's when they start insulting. And that's what I've noticed, that when someone is bringing in valid points, and the other person doesn't have any valid points, they start just uh, calling people names, insulting them. Oh, well, you did this, or I know you're this, you're a scum. And I was like, wait, we're talking about this, and now you're just insulting me because you don't know how to rebuttal my viewpoints.
agreed. Like again, the messages that I did get, I was like, okay, what am I? How do I respond to that? Okay, you think I'm this? You're attacking my physical form, and I'm like, dude, like one, you haven't seen me, you don't know what I look like. But you go with that, and if that's what you have, if that makes you feel better, cool. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I don't have anything to prove to anybody. Um, I'm living pretty damn good. I'm high on the hog right now. And no one can take that away. And I think that bothers
Hmm.
a lot of people, that when the physical and the insults don't work, what do they have left? Oh, I'm gonna call you a pedophile. I'm gonna call you a pedophile. And I don't get that, because that is the lowest degree you can call somebody. I'm a God-fearing man. The worst thing you can do, and it states in the Bible, past murder, past theft, past adultery, past all these things, is to harm a child. And you're attacking somebody at the core and saying you are a harmer of children. Not because you have any kind of proof, not because you can validate any of that. You're just trying to hurt somebody. How pathetic is that?
Well, from what I've seen online, a lot of people, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying other people
Yeah.
that I've seen, they call them a name and they freak out and they start insulting back, and I guess that they get a pleasure of insulting the person and seeing a reaction. And with you, they insult you. From what I saw,
Yeah.
he insulted you. He called he called you out of your name.
Well, you call me fat or some shit, or motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was told.
yeah, and it's like,
Believe it or not, I don't watch those channels. I mean, I watch Sloppy because he's actually engaging. But yeah,
no, I see, like I watch a lot and I see it and I'm like, I don't think Dan's gonna get upset because
no.
he called him overweight. I'm like, if it's something more.
Well, and the thing is, like, it's a fair analysis, because I was 530 pounds at one point, but I've also lost 250 pounds. So, I'm also 6'5". So I mean,
right.
you're fat to you. Someone being 303 pounds is probably not going to look the same on somebody like that than it is on me. I mean, like I said, I don't know what that was to accomplish. I'm cut emotionally, Sloppy. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to go unalive myself. I'm going to hang myself with my own shoestrings. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, damn it, my shoes don't have strings. They have zippers. Oh, God.
That's it.
End game, bro. It's Avengers Endgame. I just got snapped. I got Thanos snapped.
That's it.
He should have gone for the neck, bro. He should have gone for the neck.
No, but yeah, I understand. I seen him insult you, and I'm like, I don't think Dan's gonna. I'm sure someone's gonna tell him, but
yeah,
Dan's gonna be
it's
like,
okay. But see, okay, so I know that a lot of folks. I mean, you know what? I got to contradict myself. I'm about to become a little bit of a hypocrite. I said
Oh,
earlier
man.
that the problem is people messaging others. No, the problem is people reacting to those messages because people are going to do that, and you know they're going to do it because one, I've had people who've had the best of intentions and they've messaged me and were hoping to just let me know that this was being said, so I have the knowledge of it. You
Right.
know what? That is a nice thing for you to do. I appreciate that. What I do with that information is what dictates whether it's a good or a bad
Yep.
thing.
It's up to you to
I'm here.
decide if you're going to react or not.
I'm going to go unalive myself because you called me.
Yeah, I get a lot of messages a lot on Discord from a lot of people like saying, "Oh, this guy said this about you," and I'm like, "Okay, it's cool. Like, I don't
Your
mind it."
name is Sloppy Seconds. How much?
Yeah,
I mean, how serious do you take?
exactly. Like my name is. I made this name so people can make fun of it. So it's not.
I
I'm
come
not
look. I
gonna
come
give
in
my.
here. I come in here with names like Mike Honcho, who was from Talladega Nights, who was a character who apparently posed for Playgirl magazine and spread his butt cheeks. Okay? I come in here with names like the tightest tits in the game. I'll come in here with Big Dick Johnson. I don't. There was a time, I admit, when I did take this stuff seriously. When I used to troll and roll around with the angry grandpa communities and the Keemstar
Angry
stuff.
Grandpa.
Yeah, back in the day, man, like that was a big click stuff. And McJuggernuggets, and I was involved in those communities, and I had like face to faces with Tina, the angry neighbor, and all that stuff. And that was a time when that was fun, and you did kind of take it seriously because you were checking whose video was coming up next and this and that. But
Mhm.
bro, I'm old. That they got old. I'll tell you exactly what happened. And there are trolls that to this day follow me because they're mad, and they're mad at me for whatever reason. Some are mad because I used to be a troll and I retired my trolling boots.
Mhm.
But there was a guy that he really did unalive himself. He people can say it was because of trolling. I'm not going to say that. Did it play a part? Maybe. Who's
Wait,
to
did you
say?
say a dude just killed himself on a live stream?
No, no, no. He killed himself after a live stream.
Oh,
But and I talked to him before. Like me and him were never buddies, and I never claimed we were. But I know that he had a rough life. He was basically supporting his whole family while working at Metro PCS, which that's not enough money to do anything. His pops was about to go back to prison, and he just had enough and walked into traffic one day. Just walked straight up, and it wasn't that he killed himself that made me go, well, fuck this shit. No, it was what people did with it. So there were two sides, as there always are, arguing with each other. And instead of mourning this guy, I came out with a thing saying, look, I didn't like the cat. We weren't best of buddies, but life's precious. And there's no reason that we can't come together and say, look, this is a tragedy. It's sad. Maybe ease up a little bit right now. Instead, everybody was like, well, you guys did this to him, and the other side was, no, you did this to him, and no, you, and it was just a long tier of this constant back and forth. I mean, you just literally watched a guy kill himself. You saw the obituary. You saw how he did it. And instead of mourning the guy, again, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not saying that trolling did it. I'm saying the guy had a hard life and he had enough. You're using his death as a weapon. I'm telling you right now, and I was almost 26, 27 when that happened. And I just kind of moved my headspace changed about that. The trolling stuff didn't appease to me anymore. It didn't appeal to me anymore. I wasn't wanting to be part of it. So I like what Sloppy does. Sloppy can say what you want. Sloppy is not really a troll. I think he's more of a social engineer or an investigator.
Yeah. I'm a hacker, man. I'm
He's
a hacker.
bro. He'll DDoS your ass.
Oh, man.
But like I said, a lot of this stuff I think is childish, and you can't have an opinion anymore. People throw fits. It's a rough life out there, being on the internet. Like I'm working on a video for my secondary channel on the completionist. I don't know if y'all know who that is. And Gerard Khalil, the completionist, he did charity fraud for 10 years. Like he was the golden boy in the gaming universe, the Nintendo. I like doing those videos. And me and Trips do our stuff on the big channel. We're working on something coming out real soon. WWE's gonna pucker their buttholes again and get mad at us, try to strike us down, whatever. But
WWE.
yeah, we do videos on We did the video on Vince McMahon, and I hate bragging about that shit, but I'm very proud of how that went. We got 200 or almost 200,000 views on it now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you pro Vince or against Vince?
Yeah, Vince can eat a dick, but
Oh, damn.
But
Okay, because
no,
of I thought you were like a fan of Technical Work Rate Productions or something like that.
no, I don't fucking watch that shit. I don't watch any of that shit. I watch all, like I don't like. To be honest with you, I watch Sloppy when I get a chance to catch him because I find him entertaining as a person. But 9 times out of 10, I don't watch any other people on the spectrum that y'all talk about. I don't find I can't even if I wanted to, they've lost their channel so many times you can't find it. So I really have no desire to go looking. I'm lazy. But I watch other shit. Like I watch the Lil Cal podcast sometimes, or I watch like Cyrex shit. Like I like Tricky Tom's video, wasn't bad. I watch Mr. Snowflake. That's my dog. Like I've done interviews with him a bunch. He's badass. Like I don't invest in stupid shit. I like to watch old school retro gaming speed runs and shit like that. I watch wrestling occasionally. I like UFC, I like MMA. I like old school pride fights.
Pro cop.
And one leg hospital, one leg cemetery. Until you got the UFC and got knocked out by Gonzaga. But no,
man.
I like the old school shit like that. I'm old, so this stuff that people talk about now. You know, I got called out by someone because they said I supported that lolicon shit. Bro, I didn't know what the fuck it was. And when I found out what it was a complete 180. What the fuck? Oh no, hell no, fuck that shit.
I didn't know what it was either for a while, and then this was back before Daniel Wolf was being accused of all this crap. You know what I mean? He told me about it, and I'm like, okay, something is still wrong with this guy, in my mind.
Yeah, he's not there. Oh, there. He has Asperger's. Well, his mom says.
Who?
Daniel.
Oh yeah. Well, and I have no sympathy for that guy. He's a perpetual liar. He's an infant. I'm all about defending people who have legitimate mental issues. Like that kid that I didn't say I liked him, the one that was in Chase's stream, and you were there, Sloppy in the chat, and came in for a little bit.
Oh, Zachary.
But yeah, I don't like the guy, so I just blocked him. Oh, can I block him again? Oh, I gotta block him again. Big deal.
Yep.
It's a button press. But I'm not gonna go start a holy war with the guy. I'm not starting a jihad.
Holy war. Bringing back the Crusades.
Be careful. There's a cult out there called the Pro something. Run a crusade on your ass. It's just again,
it's Green Lives Matter.
It's childish, man. It's so fucking stupid. But I get it. But some of these guys are getting close to my age, and that's pathetic. Come on. How about you stop worrying about this stuff and start worrying about your 401k, your retirement plan, and shit like that, bro?
Yep.
I mean, I understand doing this for fun, and I do that very well for fun, but these people don't know me. But you criticize myself, or you'll criticize Sloppy for having an opinion. I mean, in all honesty, Sloppy, you do the best you can, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't go anywhere because law enforcement tends to suck when it comes to that stuff. But you're doing something about it. You're not ignoring it.
Yeah, I have emails and shit. I have countless of emails on my phone responses, and it's frustrating at times, but I still gotta keep doing it. I gotta keep messaging, and hopefully one of them gets. We got in a couple, but they don't give them too much years. Like
for everyone you get, there's 5 more that get away, and it sucks. It does. But you're still fighting a good fight. You're doing your thing, and you make it enjoyable. Watch these people squirm. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame though, because like they'll turn you to the villain because you're pointing out some shit, but 2 weeks ago they loved you, and they're trying to follow your lead, and they try to copy what you did. I find that stuff bothers me because you're the one putting in the work, and then they're like, "Yeah, I knew I had." You didn't have nobody's back, dude. You're trying to fucking mimic. They're trying to mimic you and what you guys do, and I don't know. I find that fucking soy boy soft ass shit fucking weak.
Yeah, no, it's we argue with their friends all the time, and little by little we change their minds. We try not to be insulting. Zexio's a little more hot-headed than I am, so he he's a little bit more outspoken, which that's why I like him around because
I've never talked to Zexio.
you know, he's
I
a cool
like
dude.
look. I don't ever want to meet Zetsuo, and this is why. I like the character that he is on here, and I don't want that to be ruined. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
He seems like he seems hilarious. Like he's vicious as fuck. I love that. The
Mainly
little
mainly the people that defend Preds or are Preds, but anybody
Yes.
else, he's pretty chill and understanding.
He seems like a nice guy, but you're the soft side. Like he's the
Yeah.
other side of the coin.
Yeah, that's why I like him around sometimes because there's things I want to say, but because I like to keep it calm,
You do.
he's like my translator when it comes to anger. You know, he says
You're
it.
mellow. You and I are very similar. Like especially when I got older. Like you're just chill and you don't want to like. I'm not trying. You're not trying to fucking cause conflict. But if it happens, it happens.
Right.
And he is like strict for the jugular.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I don't like this guy. I'm gonna tell him how it is right now, and I'm like,
But
oh,
what I do like about him is he has the same philosophy as you and me. Look, if I don't like you now, it doesn't mean I'm going to like you next week. Like I don't live in YouTube time. I get it. In YouTube time, a day is a week is a month is a year. I get it. I don't live like that.
Yeah.
I don't like your ass today. I'm not going to like you 6 months from now. I mean, unless there's a reason for me to like change my opinion, I'm not going to like you. It is what it is.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I see here. Like they have a statute of limitation on how long they're gonna be mad at this person, and it's like, no, he did a heinous thing. It's not a 1 year thing; it's a forever thing. But I don't know. Online, that's what I'm realizing now that online friendships and real life friendships are way different.
You know, like the best people that I've met have the same mindset as me as far as that. Like the people that I've met in person, the people that I actually consider friends and talk to and bullshit with, they get the concept like this guy's a piece of shit. It doesn't change. Like there was a guy that when I was in the trolling stuff back in the day, he like, before she was my wife, her and I were, just friends and we did some of the online stuff together. He dogged her out, did a bunch of stuff. The guy dogged my ex-wife out, did a bunch of other shit. So we came across each other and he's like, hey Dan, what's going on, bro? It's been so long. I miss you juggling. I was like, dude, eat a dick. Fuck you. I don't care how much you're a fucking cocksucker.
Hmm.
He just kind of like, well, I just can't believe you're being like this. Being like what? You tried to send fucking cops to my house. You sent pizzas over to my spot. You did all this shit. Fuck you. Fuck your mama. Fuck everything. Go choke on your fucking hose and die. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Man, dealing with these trolls, man, it's like dealing with demons, dude. On the
no,
internet.
trolls. No, I don't know. It's not even trolls. It's the real life people that put themselves on Front Street. Trolls I can deal with. Trolls I don't care. They're faceless. They're nameless. They have no existence. Trolls, or if you really like mentally detach, trolls shouldn't mean anything to you. Because ultimately, a troll has no form. They're just there. They're just a picture and some words. Unless they've come out and they've actually come and started some real shit, you shouldn't let it worry you. Whatever. It's the ones that have the balls to come out, show their faces, tough guys, and then when you call them out, they don't want to do shit.
Yep.
There's a difference. Trust me. There's a difference between there's levels to that troll shit. Like I was who I was. I was open. Everybody knew who I was. I went under the name Jack Package.
Yeah. No,
but it was pronounced Hodge.
There's a lot of trolls. Luckily, I've been fortunate enough to not get that many, but I've seen a lot of, I guess, what you guys call trolls and other people's streams.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, so they get blocked, which for me, if they're having like valid responses or something, I'm like, let them ask you questions. I know there might be some tough questions for you to answer, but you made a stream for a reason.
That's not a troll, though. That's not a troll. If it's a legitimate question, that's not a troll. It may be an asshole who's like not showing their identity, cool, but
right.
I wouldn't consider them a troll. That's someone asking a question. Now, if they're saying go drink bleach, or I'm gonna like fuck your mom, or dropping people's addresses, that's a troll.
Yeah, that's true.
See, there's class to it. Like, I don't consider you a troll, Sloppy. I would consider you a heckler because you're classy.
Oh,
you pinky up. You drink out of the fine glasses. You use silver when you eat your food.
Mm. Nah, man. But yeah, I understand, but it's crazy.
Nah, it's already fucking. I don't know what time it is over there, but I know it's late for y'all, and I won't keep you up any longer.
Yeah,
I
well,
gotta make my obligatory spot and come in and
for
talk
sure.
all legit and make people think I'm an asshole. So,
Yeah, you're the like dad from Full House. That's what they consider you.
yeah, I heard that.
Just not the bad part of them after the
But see,
show.
this is the thing. Why can't I be the dad from Married with Children? Why can't I be the dad from Roseanne? Those were the real dads back in the day.
Yeah.
Nope,
Oh
I gotta
yeah.
be fucking. I gotta be Bob Saget. Ain't that a bitch?
It's all good. But yeah,
But I'll fucking feel
goddamn,
it though.
for sure, man. Appreciate you coming.
Later, bro.
Peace. All right, Mr.
This is
J.
back to us.
Yeah, no, I gotta end it. I gotta go to sleep.
Oh, you do?
Like,
Is
yeah,
it late
man.
at night over there?
No, I live in Cali, but
Oh, dude, you only live one state down from me, man.
yeah, I live in Cali, so it's barely 9:45, but I got my wife waiting for me to go back to bed. You know,
Oh,
gotta
shit.
give me
Yeah,
some
you probably want to do
tour.
that. It's probably more important
Yeah,
than being
yeah. She's gonna
on
like,
this
why are you
live
talking to
stream.
strangers? Yeah, why are you talking to so much strangers online? They don't even know who you
Dude,
are.
sometimes
I'm
you
over
meet
here.
cooler people on the internet than you do in real life. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
I literally
yeah.
would want to like plan like a floating river trip with some of my like favorite subscribers, or have a
Mm.
Halloween party with them or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's like for me. I'll meet if I'm close by because I travel a lot. I most likely if I'm in a city that I know someone there, I'll most likely meet them. But uh, not predators though. You know, none of them predators. I won't. I wouldn't go to meet up junk or anything. Fuck
Oh,
that.
fuck. No, dude. Oh, hell no.
No, but yeah, man, appreciate you coming in as well. I seen your stuff. I gone into your gameplay a little bit, but because I don't understand that game, I'm like,
Oh, you never played Mass Effect?
no. Most of the games I played was not Resident Evil, Final Fantasy.
I like Final Fantasy VII Remake. That one was really good.
Is it? I played the one Final Fantasy 12 or something like that. I forgot what it's called.
So you like the
But
JRPG style of gaming?
yeah, I like to be playing for hours and hours and hours and stuff like that. I used to play a lot of fighting games, but I will pass
Oh, what were your
the
favorite
game.
ones?
I used to play a lot of Tekken.
No, is the new one really good?
I haven't played. I haven't played in years. It's
Uh,
been maybe like 12 years that I bought a console.
oh,
I used to
uh,
I used to have a console and I would be there playing all day and I would neglect my responsibility. So I kind of told myself I need to.
dude, that's what gaming can do to you, man. It can
Yeah,
literally ruin your life. You
yeah.
can
So I
either
was like,
help it or ruin it.
yeah. So fuck now. So I rather now I watch people play. So I could leave and come back anytime and stuff like that. I'd rather watch people play now.
Oh, right on.
It's weird because I would tell my kid, I'm like, why are you watching someone play video games? That's weird. And then he told me, why do you watch people play basketball? That's weird. Why don't you go and play basketball? Well, I do, but these are professionals. Well, yeah, this guy's a professional gamer. I'm like, oh, okay, well, my bad shit. You got me there. So now I don't feel as bad watching people play video games anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch PewDiePie play video games back in the day.
I typically watch the smaller YouTubers. Like I used to watch Cosmo. I still watch him, but it's been a while since I've watched his stuff. Harry Big Boy Wise. I watch a little bit of yours. Who else? Chase when he played Fortnite, but he hasn't been playing Fortnite. Um, and then Chayton when he played his Resident Evil for a little bit. But a lot of these guys have stopped playing, so it's like, fuck, who am I gonna watch now? But
Wait, are you like in your 40s, like late 30s, early 40s or something?
I am in my mid 30s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm in my mid 30s. I'm not gonna say the exact age because then little by little I'm gonna give up my stuff and try to do that.
California is a big state, man.
Yep. Yep. It's a nice state. I like it. But anyways, I gotta end this already.
All right,
I
man. You
appreciate
take care, man.
coming in. Yeah, for sure, man.
Head out. So.
Appreciate you coming in. All right, guys. Whoever stayed until the 3-hour mark, I appreciate you. Whoever came in late, Green Lives, and Osley or Fee, appreciate you guys coming in at the end. Appreciate whoever came in. Like I said, August 2nd or 3rd, depending on when Leon lets me know, we're going to have it. Questions, let me know. One-on-ones, if he says yes to whoever, as long as you're cordial. And if you start saying some bad words or start insulting each other, then I gotta give you a warning first. I'll give you a warning, and then if you keep at it, then I'll have to remove you because then it's gonna defeat the purpose of having the one-on-one conversation. You know what I mean? But anyways, goddamn, my wife's gonna kill me. All right, peace, guys. Later.